Alright everyone, and welcome to a game of 5th edition D&D with the Unnamed Adventures Guild. I'll be your host, Alexon, and let's just introduce our characters from highest level to lowest level, starting with Shrub Bob.
Hello everyone, I'm Daryl. I'll be playing Shrub Bob Squaregreaves tonight. He's a gnome cavalier. He has recently just got out of jail after a bit of a scrap with Hope. In Illumina, trying to find adventure and clear his family's name.
Alright. Sildor.
Hello everybody, I'm Javier, and I will play in this time Sildor Leodon, a slender, pale-looking Hyle with dark black raven-like hair and wearing robes with traveling practical clothing. And he has been recently back from a travel where he was training with some guild from an eastern land, and now that he's back after furthering his arcane research, he's eager to go on his next adventure and maybe smite some evil or whatever gets on his way.
Alright. Kira?
Hi, I'm Carrie. I'm going to be playing Kira Sienadel. She's a high elf ranger. Just recently became a beastmaster. She comes from a small village outside of Illumina, where she was declared a folk hero for saving some people during a flood. She always knows what's right from wrong, because she was always taught. And she likes standing up for people who can't stand up for themselves.
Alright. And can you introduce us to your pet?
My pet is a panther called Cuddles.
Ah, that's awesome. Trix.
Yeah, Trix is a lizard folk who mostly feel home in the forests and the swamp. And he come to the city to try to make himself into a real event to save more people of his kind. Yeah. He's armor, use a blow gun. Yeah, that's probably that.
Alright. And why don't we start with Jebediah?
My name is Will. I'll be playing Jebediah today. He is a tribal from the forest coastal area southeast of Illumina by quite a distance. He's in Illumina as part of his trial to become a full-fledged member and a warrior of standing with his tribe. So he's basically looking for something that will, a trophy of some kind that will prove to his elder chief that he has become a man.
Interesting path. And last, certainly not least,
Me?
we have... Yes.
Yeah. Hey, my name is Sandra. I'll be playing Myra Aldine. She's a wood elf, a druid, and she has that is really different about her. She's has reddish hair, and what's really special about her is she's half the size of a normal grown wood elf, so she rather looks like a teenager due to a birth defect. She was born with her growth, her body growth stopped, so she easily gets mistaken for a teenager, which obviously she's not, since she's already lived 150 years. She is currently in Illumina, and is a protector of a sacred well. I'm just saying this now. You can tell me if such a thing does not exist, but that's what I'm going with here. So yeah, she's totally in common with nature, and once she heard that some people were missing, she got curious and she went to see what was wrong, because that's kind of a job too, to keep everything in equilibrium. Is that how you say it?
Equilibrium.
Yes, there you go. Yeah, that's Myra.
All right. So those are two good reasons, but why would she join the Unnamed Adventurers Guild?
Because she has lived her life as a hermit, and she has created such a bond with nature and figured out that it's time to move on, because she always looks for places to restore the balance, and they have a lot of issues or problems that she could help out with. So she sees a way to better herself and better the world at the same time, instead of continuing to be a hermit in her sacred well place, to have a greater impact. No?
All right. So you two are fairly new to Illumina. The city is quite large and overwhelming. There is a lot of traders, a lot of merchants, and definitely a lot of, wouldn't say, there's a lot of street rabble as well. And Jebediah, can you give us an idea of what you look like?
Sure. Jebediah is a 6-foot tall half elf. He has stock white hair, which is unusual for his tribe. He is dressed pretty much head to toe in leather armor, although he does have a pauldron on one shoulder that is made of metal. He is carrying a very, very different looking spear. Normal spears have a broad, flat head at the tip. This one is more half wood, half metal, and the spearhead itself is rather elongated, but not as thick. It's not as flat bladed. His skin is more of a ashen gray, so those with a little bit of perception may come to some sort of conclusion that he may be a half drow, half other species, half elf.
All right. So a lot of people look at you, and you get mixed results of tension, fear, and definitely some prejudice and hatred as you start walking down the streets and heading to the guild.
Not a problem. Jebediah will ignore the looks of hatred and fear, and his purpose right now is to get to the guild. He's not really interested in making small talk with anybody.
All right. Mira? That's how I
Myra.
pronounce your first name?
Myra. Yeah.
You are walking through the streets, and some, well, definitely tall humans to your figure, start harassing you, telling you where you're going, what are you doing? Like, you shouldn't be wandering the streets by yourself.
I'm actually playing my role. Like, people see Myra as a teenager, and she actually just goes with the flow, because that is how she usually encounters the least trouble. So she kind of jump hops to to her destination and kind of overhears that she doesn't want to get provoked, so she just plays the role and ignores what people say to her because she knows better.
Okay, they don't take kindly to being ignored. And they try to stop you, but some kids on the street start throwing rocks at them.
At them?
Yeah, and you manage to get away from them.
All right, nice. Can I see what kid that was? Do I recognize this kid? Like, probably not because I've hardly been there.
It's actually a group of kids. They all seem pretty ragged, don't have very strong looking clothes, but they are also young, probably look similar to you, young teens or even children, maybe around 8 or 9 years old.
And do they like pull the get the aggression or pull the aggression off from me to them? Like, are they getting attacked, or like are those people going towards them and seeming to want to hurt them that were mocking me?
No, they actually run away. They're like, "Oh, it's those damn kids again! Get out of here!" And they run away.
Well, I'll try to remember those kids and their faces, and I wave and cry, like shout, like "Thank you," and be on my way.
All right, they wave back to you as you head towards the guild.
Yeah.
Now let's head to the other four. What would you four be doing in the morning at the Unnamed Adventurers Guild?
Sure, Bob's feeling especially pompous mood today, so he's probably got dressed in his room, made up and done all his armor. Can you see me?
You're pretty choppy.
Yeah, for me too.
Is that better?
No.
No, give yourself a refresh. And...
Yeah, I will be back. Somebody else take over.
So Sildor, what are you doing now that you're back at the guild?
Sildor will be probably, after having trance, have spent like most of the night and early morning just going over his spellbook and scribing new spells, as he hasn't had time to check it much during the last weeks. So he's probably trying to catch up and fleshing out some details in the spellbook, going over the new spells he has learned and expects to use in the near future.
Okay. Shrubbob, you want to try again?
Is this any better?
Yes.
There you go.
Right, champion. Good. Right, yes. No, I was just saying that Shrub Bob, he's feeling in an especially pompous mood today. So he's probably up in his room. He's been spending a bit more time than usual getting ready. He's probably put on his armor. Made Alvin help him get his armor on. And he's mounted Napoleon, and he's ridden Napoleon down the stairs as if he's the head of some sort of parade. And he's just casually riding his war mastiff over to the notice board and generally taking in the scene as if he's viewing his own kingdom.
Considering the last time you played Shrubbob, Napoleon has Alvin has been taking some special notice to his recent aggression and has taken some time to kind of force him to remember his training, and Napoleon is mostly back to being the way he was before.
No bother.
Kira, how would you be spending your morning?
Kira, after having many baths to get the smell of smoke out of her hair, would still be faintly smelling of it, but would be a heck of a lot better than she was. She'll just be donning her armor and playing with cuddles by the fire.
All right. Tricks.
Yeah, he probably be out facing it late, and he's just bringing some raw fish into the deal, and he's just eating the raw.
Okay. So, Jebediah, Meyer, you both get to get to the guild approximately at the same time, and you can see everything that's going on inside. You even notice a couple of senior members sitting at a table having some drinks. A lot of people around. There, it's a pretty busy place, despite you think that there would be a lot of people just absent due to the adventuring nature. But there's actually a lot of people still here. And you can see them tearing papers off of the billboard, heading off, doing other things.
Is it like some sort of black? Am I unmuted? Yeah. Is there some sort of blackboard, like where kind of missions are displayed, or things that have to be solved?
Oh yeah, there's this large billboard. It takes up like I'd say it's about 15 feet wide, 5 foot high.
All right. So I probably won't
It's
reach
almost
it all
covered.
the way. I see. So I will go to the billboard, and since there's like a few people standing in front of the billboard, I try to kind of squeeze my way through to see what's on this billboard. So, do I say anything of significance? What would raise my interest?
Oh, you're looking at some stuff. It's pretty pretty simple stuff, like, can you find my dog? My cat is stuck in a tree. My my cousin has fallen down the well again, and I need someone to build him a net.
Well, after reading through some of them, like, she kind of stumps on the ground. She's like, "Isn't there like real challenges here?"
Hey, young lady, this is no place for children. If you're another waif, you should go down to Estra's Refuge. Felicia will deal with you.
Excuse me, I'm not a child. Do I? Yeah, I know I do look like a child, but I'm not. Don't get fooled by my exterior.
Ah, I've seen elves before. You're clearly a child. Be gone.
Do not touch me. Do not touch me.
No, Napoleon, now we've been through this. You can't eat people anymore. Child, I would leave if I were you. The guild is a dangerous place.
And I'm ready for it. I can do it.
And you guys hear some loud footsteps coming down the stairs of one of the offices nearby, and you see a small gnome walking down them. He seems fairly aged, with a little white goatee and a white mustache with a small twirl on them. And he forgot his hat upstairs again, so you can see his balding head. And he looks around and he says, "Ooh, there's a lot to choose from today. You three," he points to the senior adventurers, and he says, "And you look like a fitting drow? You." And he points to Jebediah. He says, "Shrub Bob, need you and your canine here." He kind of squints at Myra, and he says, "Oh, she kind of look like a gnome from here. You." And she looks over to Trix. "You, you can come help me. Panther Lady, you can come here, and Sildor."
Hmm? What's
Yes,
up
you,
this time?
Sildor.
He kind of passes to the next page and looks up to him briefly. What's up this time? Does anything to exterminate?
No. Maybe. I'm not sure. It's an adventure every day. Now get over here. I'm not yelling across the guild hall.
All right, dear sir, what is it that we can help you with today?
Jebediah will
It's a-
walk up to the gnome and just kind of stand there leaning on his spear. You would speak with me?
Oh, yes, of course. I did call you after you all. And he looks to the three seniors. They all have like graying hair. One of them is a half orc who's balding, has some gray hairs just kind of strewn across his head. Doesn't have a large tuft in any place, but he seems to be quite strong, yeah, despite his age. The other one is a dwarf, and he has his full hair, and it's entirely grayed out, beard and head and all. And the other one is an elf who seems quite old, but she still maintains most of her color. Her long brown hair is just hanging over her head, and you can see some of her hair is graying out. They seem to be waiting patiently on Pinkus's orders.
But dear Mr. Pinkus, what is the issue today?
Says, "Oh, we got some new adventures in the other day, and I thought I could test them with some simple gathering. However, it turns out that gathering has some unseen risks that I wasn't aware of until now, and a few days ago.
Yes,
Unfortunately,
not everyone is fit out for this lifestyle," he says, looking pointedly at Myra.
he says,
What?
"Yes, and considering." Oh, she isn't a gnome. Like a young dwarf, young beardless dwarf.
I am not a dwarf. I am an elf. I am a wood elf, to be honest. And I am much older than I look. Do not be fooled by my exterior. By my looks.
My dear, you sound like the gnomelings trying to get into the local tavern.
Do not make
Oh,
me
well.
angry.
Well, worst comes to worst, he fixes his glasses. He says she'll get eaten. Now, where was I?
We're talking
Yes,
about
I was talking about saving some apprentices that potential adventurers. Right? Yes.
there's much potential if you ask me, given they got lost already.
Oh, yes, it's been a week now, but the last adventurers were saved and they were gone for about 4 days. Well,
Where?
saved is kind of a loose term for one of them. He shivers at the thought. He says, but on the other hand, it's you nine, and he refers to the three older members. He says, we'll definitely be up to task.
Very well, Mr. Pinkus. Where did these apprentices go missing?
He says, around the same area, but deeper into the forest. I thought they had a long history of adventures they wished to tell me, and I couldn't be bothered to listen to it all in one sitting. And strangely enough, they gave me a book, and I was starting to. It's an interesting read. If I were to read a fantasy novel, but a lot of them, and considering their magical presence, I was skeptical of most of their claims.
Magical person? What do you mean?
But it's not really time for a lesson in Arcana now, is it? I would have. It's really not that important. So I have a few more, let's say, apprentices that I feel like I may have sent them over their heads again, and or maybe they just sold themselves too well. Either way, I'll bear the responsibility of it.
Do not worry, Sir Pinkus. We will take care of this.
Wait, child, wait. We're not talking about Hope now, are we? Those two are always getting into trouble.
Oh, did they get in prison again? Wait, Oral
What?
was never in prison. Hope was though. Is
No,
Hope in
that
prison
was-
again?
Anything could be possible with that one, that rapscallion.
Maybe I should go visit Captain Laria and get some sort of bail contract for that boy. Either way, I have their maps here. I'll give it to them now, and he's searching through this large satchel of letters and papers, and he hands you guys a couple scrolls, and he says. And he started looking through some of the papers as he's handing the maps to you, and he says, "Wait a minute. And he's staring at two of them in particular, and he says, Wood Elf. And he's looking through the scroll with a birth defect. Yes, yes. He kind of just holds it in front of Mira and lowers it and looks at her. Mira?
Yeah. Myra.
Oh,
Still.
you're one of the newer members. Yes, I have some papers here for you, and he gives you this lengthy piece of paper, a quill and an ink bottle. And he says, just sign here, here, and here.
She grabs those eagerly and signs. But before that, she reads through it to see if if this is some sort of joke contract because people have ripped her off in the past because she looks childish.
You read it over, and it's basically she reads it over, and it's basically if you, for some reason you die, or somebody else dies in your vicinity, you have an obligation to bring back their bodies to get resurrected. If you die and they are forced to raise you, you'll be put into a 500 gold debt to pay for resources to bring you back. You can refuse a job if you feel like it will cost you your life to avoid such debts. And simple workers' compensation, like if you take a serious injury, they will pay for your recovery.
All right. So it looks all pretty legit. I sign it and give it back, like immediately.
He says, "Thank you." And he rolls the letter you sent him up with the scroll and the contract and puts it in the satchel. And he says, "Now, that half elf that kind of looks like that." He's looking up to Jebediah and he says, "Yes, you. You're the other newcomer, right?"
Aye.
He gives you a contract and he says, "Just sign these 3 places right here and here and here." And and he gives you both emblems of the Unnamed Adventurers Guild, and he says, "Welcome."
Jedediah will not sign the contract. However, he will take out a dagger, and with the tip of his dagger, he is going to press it into the flesh of his thumb. And then he's going to seal his agreement on the contract after reading it with a drop of blood and his thumbprint.
Okay,
It's done.
I wasn't expecting that. He uses prestidigitation to dry your thumbprint and roll up the contract. He says, "Do you mind putting some of that blood in this vial? For confirmation."
He'll squeeze out 2-3 more drops of blood from his thumb into the vial.
Sure,
Thank you.
Background now.
Well, what are you all still standing here for?
Verily, Mr. Pinkus, we have apprentices to find.
Let's get going.
Oh, wait, I forgot.
Oh.
I forget a lot of things. You all get 75 gold each, and I will pay you extra if you bring them back alive.
Alive. Did you hear that, Napoleon? Alive. Very well. We'll be off.
There
Good
goes
luck
your
on your
lunch.
adventure.
We will try our best, but I doubt we can ensure that everybody will be back alive.
No problem, Mr. Pinkus. We'll do that.
It's no problem if you can't bring them back alive, but you should collect their bodies. And if you can't find their bodies, then that's unfortunate.
When you say alive, just
Can you say that again?
when you say alive, is that just breathing?
Well, breathing is not a permit to life, as they could just be zombies, or they could have the cantrip being cast on them to make it look like they're breathing. So
Brain dead.
yeah, I mean, yeah. Make sure they're alive.
Okay.
Well, it's time to be off. Alvin, fetch my pack.
Right away, sir. And he's carrying your heavy ass backpack with his stuff, and he falls down the stairs.
Be careful with that, Alvin.
He says maybe you should get like a wheelbarrow for me or something.
We'll see. It'll come out of your wages, mind.
Oh. So eventually he suits you up and ready for adventure.
Right. Wheel Napoleon about, trot him out the door, expecting the others to follow. Probably being that we've got to bring people back, Bob will expect the others to go fetch the cart. He'll just be stood sat outside on Napoleon waiting for them.
Yeah, the half orc gets out the wagon. It's definitely enough room for all of you. Well, all of you and 8 of you in the wagon, 1 of you driving, and there's enough room for another person in the beside the driver.
I could drive if it needs to be.
Is this does this go on animal handling?
No. It's land vehicle proficiency.
I have that.
I don't.
The half orc is already driving.
All right. Sorry.
And the other dwarf says, "Don't worry, lads. We'll get you there nice and safe." Oh, and ladies.
Is there room for cuddles?
It'll be tight, but cuddles can get in.
And then Napoleon, Bob will ride Napoleon up onto the back of the cart as well. Save your legs, dear boy. We'll be needing them for later. And just sat mounted on Napoleon inside the cart.
The half orc looks back to you all and he says, "Do we need to stop by the market anytime soon? You have everything you need?"
We do.
Yeah.
Alvin,
All right,
did you
good.
pack the rations?
Alvin is inside the building.
Oh, he did come out, did he? Okay. Alvin, you better have packed the rations. And he just nods at the orc.
By the way, there is no rations since you didn't tell him where you were going.
This is very true, but you know what Bob's like.
Oh, and he says, "Oh, and don't worry about Urialis. She doesn't bite, and he closes the curtain between the driver and the driver's seat, and the older elf is just looking at all of you.
Good day, say dear sir.
And the wagon gets started. It takes you. Who speaks a common language?
Who speaks what?
Talking about Cuddles the panther.
Common?
No, animals do not speak common.
Stupid animals.
All right, so it takes you 3 days to head to your destination, and the half-orc driver does actually manage to find a route to get to their camp without actually having to leave the wagon behind.
Well, that's convenient.
Do you say that to him, or?
Well, yeah, as he, as he's meandering along, and we finally get to their camp, it's like that was convenient.
He says, "Yes, of course. I've been piloting these things for gods. How many years has it been?" The dwarf says, "Come on, young lad. You're only 60 years old."
Well, Jebediah's going to hop out of the wagon. He's going to nod at the driver of the ship, as it were, and he's going to go stand by where the camp is waiting.
Yep, the camp has 3 tents, a small campfire. You do see that everything is kind of packed up, but it seems that this place has seen a lot of traffic. No need for survival checks for now. You definitely see that this place has been lived in for a significant amount of time.
I will ride Napoleon off of the back of the car. I will dismount Napoleon and I will say, "Napoleon, dear lad, find us some sense to follow while I investigate to see what's happened to our young apprentices."
Then I'll start
mooching about.
Cuddles, why
Napoleon
don't
roll
you
me
go
a
help
perception.
Napoleon?
Cuddles looks to Napoleon and hisses a bit, but she reluctantly follows behind him.
Yeah, so Shrub Bob's mooching about in the camp looking for what he's telling everybody else is clues, but he's actually a bit hungry, so he's looking for the ration packs.
So have Napoleon roll me a perception check with advantage.
Yeah, 2 seconds.
And Cuddles can roll me a survival check.
He actually got a natural 20. So that is 22.
Oh yeah, he's definitely picked up the scent of some people. He's looking into the woods, kind of it's not in his breed, but he's definitely pointing.
Cuddles got a 9.
Cuddles is mostly repulsed by Napoleon and is distracted. Maybe about halfway through, she just kind of gives up and goes over to Mira to get pet.
You found something, dear boy? Excellent.
Nice.
Then we should lead the way. I'll remount Napoleon and I'll allow him free rein as he follows the scent.
Urialis looks to the rest of you that are kind of forced to catch up, and she says, "We'll take another path. We'll make sure this place is secure."
Yeah. Jebediah will just kind of nod to him and follow the gnome on the dog.
As Napoleon's following the scent, going to be sat on just basically looking about, not paying much mind to what Napoleon's doing because he knows what to do. I'm going to look straight at Jebediah. I'm going to say, you're new to the guild, dear boy. What did you say your name was?
My name is Jebediah. Who are you?
Why, Jerry, I am Shrub Bob, the mighty. Shrub Bob Squaregreaves, hero of many battles. I have to say, though, are you sick?
Sick? Oh, I'm not sick.
Are you sure? You look very grey. Maybe I should introduce you to Murray when we get back.
I am grey because I am half-elf.
I've seen many half-elves, dear boy, and none of them look as sick as you.
Jebediah is going to lean down as he's walking so that he's a mere scant inches from the gnome's face. And he's going to say, not many half-elves come from drow mothers.
Interesting. Be that as it may, I still think you should talk to Murray when we get back.
We shall see.
Who the hell is Mary?
Maurice.
Oh. Anyone else want to interact with each other while you fumble around in the woods?
Kira's just following, watching the exchange with amusement.
Okay.
Silver is just like jogging a bit, like trying to lose track of the ones leading, but at the same time he's like all the time looking around in case he sees any potential target or threat.
All right.
Fitz is just looting because we have the guy who know everything in the front, so I'm just looting if I don't see some herbs to be to poison or healing or something like that.
So just let me get this straight. Is this a camp where the apprentices got lost?
It seems that's where they were living, at least.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna Mira's gonna see if she finds some sort of tracks.
Napoleon
away.
is way ahead of you.
Oh.
Napoleon's following the scent.
Well, I'm following the dog and the panther then.
Okay. That will be fun. Yeah, let's do that. You guys are... Napoleon is following the trail. It leads to a nearby pond. And Napoleon seems to be getting distracted by something. And he's looking around.
What is it, dear boy? What have you found?
What's up with your dog? Has he lost the trail?
Napoleon never loses his quarry. What is it, boy?
He's looking for something. You can't tell what he's looking for, though. He whimpers as he seems to be picking up a new scent, and he's unsure of what to do.
It seems pretty confused to me, if you ask.
Jebediah is going to search the area. Like, just kind of look around, searching the area to see what may have made the dog start acting strange.
You don't have to roll, but I want everyone else to make perception checks.
Shrub Bob is too busy talking to Napoleon. He got 6.
19 for Sildar.
Kira got 15.
Oh. Should I activate number?
Jebediah, you come into the immediate vicinity and you notice that there are some strangely fruitful trees nearby. Anyone who rolled higher than a 17 will see these trees as well.
Do I recognize these trees?
Roll me an Arcana check. Or
Not nature?
yeah, Arcana.
Okay.
You said these trees
You can
were,
roll me a nature check if you want as well.
Do you say these trees are very fruitful?
Yes, it's it's a little past midsummer now, and these trees should not be this bountiful.
I got 12.
And so
Arcana.
the roll Arcana too? To him seeing the trees?
Arcana would tell you not a lot. They would tell you that these trees have been subjugated to something that makes them grow more fruit, but you're not sure what would cause it.
So,
Did you roll?
I rolled a 24 for nature to investigate these trees.
So you're actually approaching them?
No, I'm looking at them first.
Okay, so you're observing it from distance,
Yeah.
and 16 Arcana, you believe that they are influenced by some sort of fey magic. Your nature check tells you that these trees are pretty much out of season. They don't start producing anything until near the end of summer, and they're all to drop their fruits.
Okay, so what I know, I'm going to point out to Shrub Bob, because he seems like he would be the leader of this raiding party, if you will. I'm just going to tell him, yes, these trees, they are not right. The fruit should not be there.
Very well, dear Jerry. Let's see what we see. Shrub Bob is going to look about for a small creature he wishes to talk to. Are there any creatures about that he can find?
Actually, there's lots. You can see fish and some squirrels nearby.
Right. He's going to look up at one of the squirrels that he can see, and with his ability to speak with small animals, he's going to start gesturing at the squirrel. You there! What is with these trees? Why are they so bountiful at this time of the year? What is happening in this place?
The fish just looks at you like, I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I pointed at the squirrel.
The squirrel says, What? What do you want?
The trees, man! The trees! Those things over there!
I like trees.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Squirrels! You cannot get them to tell you the information they know. I will give you nuts. I have nuts.
You have nuts?
Yes, if you wish to have the nuts, all you need to do is tell me about the trees.
Trees have bark.
Not just any tree, those trees, damn it!
Oh yeah, those fruits taste good.
Is there any particular reason why they taste better than the other trees?
I don't know. There's a lot of people walking around here lately. Maybe they did something.
People? What people?
People like you.
Do you know which direction they went in?
Oh yeah, they went that way. And he points to the northeast.
Right, I suppose that's good enough. And you pull out one of the ration packs that he pilfered from the camp with nuts and berries in it, and he's going to throw it up to the squirrel so that it lands on the branches next to the squirrel.
From what I can tell, these trees seem to be subject to some magic from like the type the fee use. So we must be careful because something is known about this kind of creatures. They tend to be tricky, even if they are not necessarily evil aligned at times, but they like to fuck up with you.
Twitch gonna ignore that and go and when he see a tree with a lot of fruit, you just need to pit it a bit and get some fruit. So you have
Tricks. Jebediah, make me 4 charisma saving throws.
4.
Yes.
4 charisma saving throws.
Oh,
Okay.
so nice! I
Sorry,
have a
wisdom.
-1.
Wisdom. Sorry, wisdom. Wisdom
Oh,
saving
okay.
throws.
4.
Yes.
Oh, that's such.
Okay, I got a 16, a 16, a 16, and a 19.
Okay, you hear many voices tell you to leave them alone.
Leave them alone?
Mm-hmm.
I have a 16, 16, 11, 12, and a 9.
Trix, you hear the same voices, and you feel like that you are compelled to leave.
I'm compelled to leave. Oh.
Yep.
You two, Jerry, Terry, what are you doing by that tree? The squirrel said we need to go this way. And then he points to the north, the way the squirrel said that the other adventurers went.
So Jebediah is going to approach Shrub Bob, and he's going to point at the grove of supernatural trees, and he's just going to say, "Trees do not talk, but these do. Strange magic."
Not that strange. I've met more than my fair of talking trees before.
I told you, probably some face trickery. They like mind games. Possibly it's not even the trees talking.
When a tree tells you to leave it alone, it's best to leave it alone.
Exactly. That's what they're for. Let's continue.
Yep.
So you lead on?
Onwards to the north.
Jebediah will follow.
Yeah, Twist and follow too.
No one else has anything they want to say or do to that?
Sorry, I was gone for a second because one of my pups peed. So did he tell us that the people went northeast?
Yeah.
Okay. Well then, no further action.
Yes, although also he seems interested in messing with pure magic, so he just follows in the northeast direction.
All right. You're heading out to northeast. Roll me a new perception check, Shrub Bob or Napoleon.
Napoleon. Yeah. He got 16.
Yeah, you pick up the old. He picks up the old scent again, getting the new scent out of his nose. And he continues following the trail.
Good boy, Napoleon.
He's definitely a bit slower than last time, but he seems more focused.
Yes, that's it. Keep the trail well in your sights, dear boy. I told you, Jerry, that Napoleon never loses his quarry.
Mm-hmm. All right. Eventually, you arrive to what looks like a very very weak ground.
Weak as in.
As you look around, you see that the trail heads somewhat through these mounds, but you don't. It looks like whoever went through here didn't actually ever walk on them.
Can I examine the ground?
Yes. Roll me a nature.
16.
As you're kind of looking at them, I'll have you roll me a perception check as well.
That's 18.
You notice that the mound closest to you is actually breathing.
The mound? What mound?
The mound that, like the weak mounds that are in front of you, that looks like they're unsafe to travel across.
Sorry, I don't know the word. What does that mean? Mound, like as in a horse?
No, mound, as in a little pile.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
it's
see,
like a pile
it's
of
going up
roots
and
and
down
vines.
as if, okay, a pile of leaves or something of ground. Yeah, I get closer to it and I signal, like everyone without screaming, that something might be here under this pile. Something alive still. And I examine the pile.
That is a no-no. All right.
What?
Roll me for initiative. Everyone roll initiative.
Why do I always do this? I don't understand.
And there goes the child.
Wah, wah, wah.
No, this is not fair. Oh my fucking god. I'm sorry.
It's all right. Worst comes to worst, you'll be rendered unconscious.
Or, devoured by a shambling mound. Or something.
Damn it!
A mimic.
I mean, isn't
Wait, was I right? Is that what this is?
Yeah.
I don't know what a assembly mound is, but whatever.
It's
mound that
basically a
shambles.
living. Yeah, it's a living plot of grass and dirt that just goes around eating stuff. If it starts lightning, then we're in trouble, but that's all meta.
That's nice. Well, I guess it's not that bad to make a new character when the previous one wasn't so high level.
I mean, you can always run.
Yeah, well, there's always that. There's always that option.
Not if you're too slow.
Myra, can you roll me initiative?
I did 19.
Oh, there it is. I just totally overlooked it. And then Kira is 14. And Trix is 10. Oh, that's useful. All right. Mira, as you approach them, as you approach this breathing mound of vines and roots and loose leaves, it rises up and reaches out towards you. Is an 18 going to hit you?
Me?
Yes.
I have like how do I determine that? Is that my armor class?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. So if it's above that, yeah, I have 15 armor class. So yeah, it hits. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Wait a second.
The background noise with the puppies, that's actually what the shambling mound sounds like, is it noms on your body. Arr, arr.
I'm so sorry. They're so annoying. I keep muting myself and screaming at them. Look. I'm so sorry they're playing.
It stands up before you and towers above you, and it's one vine-covered, what looks like arm, slams on top of you, and you take 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Holy shit. All right.
Always kill the healer.
Always kill the healer.
Don't do it.
It then make me an athletics check.
Yeah, second. That's 16. Oh no, that was acrobatics. Fudge. That's 13.
Well, you can you can use athletics or acrobatics.
Well then, I'm gonna go for acrobatics, and that is 16.
Yeah, it slams down its other hand against you, but you notice it wasn't trying to actually hit you as its vines try to wrap around you, and you manage to escape from its grasp.
So does it hold me now or not?
No, you've managed to get away from it.
Oh, all right. Thank you.
And top of the round. Yeah. So you guys just see this huge hulking creature covered in vines and roots just stand up and smack Myra. And she is looking awful right now. Sildor, it's your turn.
Will Sildor have any idea about this kind of creature?
Make me an Arcana check or Nature, and if you have both, roll one of them with advantage.
Oh well, then for advantage there. That was a crit on Arcana, so that's a total of 26.
You've studied this creature beforehand, and you know that this creature is not to be trifled with. It's a shambling mound, a creature that is large in size, weighing about 500 pounds and standing about 9 feet tall. It doesn't see by using eyes, but it can sense things around it by using vibrations. It's not that great at being sneaky, but it's good enough for creatures that aren't aware of what it would look like. It's got a pretty durable defense and is incredibly healthy and fortuitous creature. It is very resistant to several elemental attacks, mostly cold and fire, but from what your studies have told you, they are outright immune to lightning, and in fact can restore damage taken from lightning.
Ooh. Well, Silver
If
not
a
liking.
creature is unfortunate to be caught unaware and cannot escape the vines, then it can start crushing them over a slow amount of time. According to a journal, most humans can't survive a single attack from a shambling mound. And if they get caught, they're pretty much doomed.
Silver realizing this, his eyes going to widen for a moment before narrowing again and say to the others, I could advise we kind of, jog a bit more quickly. And he's going to start to conjure, you see this shadow emanating from his eye and ears and like hovering around here, and he's trying to cause fear on the Samlin Mount. It's a wisdom save. Can one scare us? I don't know.
You cast the spell on him, and it does. You can see the darkness washing over and trying to cloud its judgment, but the creature seems uncannily unfazed by your spell.
And he's going to keep moving like the direction they were going. He's 30 feet, trying to get as far away from the thing as he can. And that's going to be his turn.
Jebediah.
Jeb's going to back off 30 feet from the mound and pull out a short bow. He's going to make a ranged attack to see if he can't draw the ire of the thing and get it off of the short little elf. And that's going to be a 9 to hit.
You fire your arrow, and the arrow bounces off the vine surrounding it.
Okay. Full movement. No, that's it. That's all I got.
All right, Shrub Bob.
Charge! Napoleon hurtles towards the beast.
Oh, thank you.
Rather than pulling out his frostblade, though, after hearing the information Sildor's relayed, he's going to pull out his rapier, and he's going to attack it with the rapier. I rolled a 19.
That hits.
And I did, yeah, that's right, 11 points of damage.
All right, the shambling mound gets pierced by a rapier, and it only flinches upon impact.
And as a bonus action, I'm going to try and shove it away from Myra.
Yeah.
With my Shield Master talent.
Thank you.
Make your strength check. Or athletics.
I got... What's my athletics again? 20. Modified 20.
Yeah, you push him back. This impressive display of this gnome simply pushing against the creature's legs causes it to stumble back about 5 feet.
Take that, you disgraceful piece of... What are you, anyway?
Myra, your turn.
I I try to disengage as good as I can and cast Cure Wounds on myself. I don't want to die.
All right.
All right. So wait, I got spell casting modifier wisdom +4 proficiency. So I add 6, right? 4 plus
No,
2,
just
6.
4.
I can't. Okay.
You only put your ability modifier onto like damage of spells.
All right.
That asks for it, so
Plus 4. Then I have a 19. Can I do that?
it's a D8.
Oh, shoot. So I don't have to roll if I actually succeed.
If you're casting Cure Wounds on an ally, then typically you automatically succeed.
All right. Oh, well, I got 6. So 6 plus D8 plus 4, right? Yeah. 10. I regain all my hit points.
All right. So you used your did you say you disengaged?
Yeah, like I went like I don't know, I went as far as I can. Like that's 30 35 like as my free action if I'm doing this correctly. Please tell me if I'm not. I like back off like 35 feet. So I'm not in imminent range anymore.
Okay, so disengage is an actual action that you have to use.
Oh no, I'm just
and when
backing
you choose
off.
to use it, I know. I'm just clarifying
Okay.
for you. That is an official action you can take, and it does use up your action. So you just move and then cast Cure Wounds.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Kira. Oh.
Kira
that's
and
all right.
Cuddles are going to try and get as far away from this thing as they can without leaving the vicinity of the group, if you know what I mean.
Okay. I'll say
And
you're
then
about 45 feet away.
Can Kira cast message to the whole group or just one person?
One person.
Right. Will she know who knows the most about this creature?
Sildor seems to be the one who knows everything about this creature, actually.
Okay, she's going to cast message to Sildor and ask, have you got any idea what actually hurts this thing?
Well, seems to be pretty tough and resistant to several elemental damage. I don't know, maybe if you could use something.
I will actually just do that for Sildor because I think the role deserves that.
Okay, let me check a moment. Cool fire. I don't know what damage stabs there are out there.
There's radiant, force, necrotic, acid, fire, cold, thunder, psychic.
Okay, yeah. He's gonna say he's pretty tough in general, but yes, a boiled lightning, cold on fire, everything else will work more or less, but still will be pretty difficult to take down.
So Kira now knows that its weakness is what?
It doesn't really have a weakness. It's just resistance to certain things, is what you said.
Right, okay.
I could have killed Myra. No, I'm kidding. All right. So that's your turn. Tricks.
I'm gonna climb a tree.
Make me an athletics check.
22.
Yeah, that's you climb the tree easily. You can
I
move
have to
your full
use
speed
the
if you like.
dash. I have to use the dash bonus and dash. And I'm gonna shoot it from the tree.
Okay.
With-
Make your attack roll.
16 to hit.
That hits.
Sneak attack goes off, right?
Sneak attack should be active right now because it's had somebody in front of it. It's got the gnome and the dog.
11.
The creature got shoved, so it's not. He's not within 5 feet of it.
Oh,
Great.
Darn.
yeah. So it's just going to be a whatever your range attack is. No sneak attack.
5 damage.
The needle just hits what seems like some skin underneath behind the vines.
Just gonna stay out in the tree.
The shambling mound moves back towards Shrub Bob. It misses Shrub Bob. It hits Napoleon.
Oh.
Napoleon takes 13 points of damage.
Ouch.
Is that all of his health?
He has 7 hit points. It damn near killed him.
Well, as soon as he gets struck, you have 2 choices. You can either get off Napoleon or you can make a con save.
Con save for me on Napoleon, sorry.
So basically what happens is since you're mounted to Napoleon, he's getting engulfed right now.
Right. So I've got a choice. Yeah. If it's my stats I'm using on the con save, then I will take the con save.
Okay.
And I rolled a 19.
You are fine. You are doing all right. You and Napoleon are blinded, restrained, and you're unable to breathe.
Oh, lovely. Okay.
You have 1 minute plus your con modifier before you suffocate.
Plenty of time, dear boy.
And I feel right.
Yikes.
Funny enough, this is not the first time Strabo has been in that situation.
I don't even want to know. Gee.
And it was actually with Silver. Yes, he doesn't
It
get
was, yeah. It was with Sildog, yeah.
All right, Sildar. Your turn.
Stupid gnome, why he never listens to me.
So yeah, you guys just see Napoleon get smacked in these vines just wrapping around not only Napoleon, but Shrub Bob, even though he's consciously, you can see him making a decision, he's consciously getting pulled in as well.
Damn it, I don't have much that can help. Oh wait, maybe. Oh, this is a tough encounter. Oh, can you describe a bit like the environment, please? If you don't mind.
There's several other mounds in the area. There's a lot of trees nearby, some heavy brush. No water nearby. Where the mound is kind of sitting, or standing in now, it's fairly clear of trees and brush.
No, I think I'm going to No, if it's pretty clear, then he's just going to, Silver's going to, from the distance, well, keep moving away to keep the distance, but he's going to pull out from his sleeve a slender wand and point it at the creature using, how it's called, I don't remember now, magic missile on the salmon mouth.
Okay, 3d4
Hoping-
plus 3.
Hoping that maybe the force damage can help a bit the gnome. So that's a roll 3d4 plus 3. That's 14 points of force damage.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
The creature stumbles a bit upon impact, but then regains its composure.
Okay, then after that hit, I'm moving to be now 60 feet away. Yeah, that's his turn. He can do much more. Do you hear me?
You said
Yeah.
you moved even further away.
Yeah, and that was my turn.
Jebediah.
Let's see. I'm, 30 feet away from it, basically?
Yep.
All right, so I'm going to shoot another arrow at it. That's going to be a 17.
That will hit it.
Okay, and it's going to take 5 points of damage.
How many points?
That 5 of piercing damage.
Thank you.
And he's going to back up another 30 feet.
Okay. Shrub Bob.
Okie dokie. I have 2 questions out of character, first of all. Question number 1, how the hell do I get out?
I think you can just make an athletics or acrobatics.
Right. Okay.
Because you're only restrained. It's not like you can't get out.
Right. And question number 2, because I hit it earlier, it's got unwavering mark cast on it. So when it attacked Napoleon, does that count as a creature within an ally within 5 feet of me? With it
Yes.
being a mount, it does, right. So I am going to take my first action, and I am going to do an athletics check to get out. And I rolled a 14.
Actually, I'm not sure if you can make that roll.
Oh, sorry. What roll do I
You're
need to
2
make?
sizes smaller than me.
Oh, I see what you mean. Oh, that might be a bit of a problem there.
Yeah, that is kind of a problem, isn't it?
It doesn't say anything. Oh, hang on. Medium or smaller creature grappled by it. It doesn't say that can't get out.
Yeah. You still have disadvantage, though. So go ahead and roll, but I'm going to
You want
give
me
you
to roll
disadvantage.
disadvantage? Yeah, that's fine. So
Don't
I
be
will.
gaming, damn it.
Right, highest roll was 19, lowest roll was 12, plus 5, plus 5, what am I on about? Plus 5, 17.
You feel like you're getting ready to break through, and you poke your head out for a gasp of air, but the vines pull you back in.
Oh, god damn it. Right, okay. Action surge, try again.
Okay.
This time, I got the same, 17.
The vines pull you back in, and an extra effort to get yourself the hell out of there. You manage to push aside some vines and you kind of pop out of his arm.
Right. So I'm free.
Yep.
Is that it?
Nope, that is not it. I am going to use, because he attacked Napoleon, which is an ally within 3 feet of me, within 5 feet of me, sorry, I get a bonus number of attacks equal to my modifier. I am going to use, my modifier is, I'm assuming, what modifier is it referring to there?
Your unwavering mark?
Strength modifier. Yeah. Is Anders down there? Oh, no, I've got it.
Yeah, you can use it as bonus action.
Yeah. So I'm just checking how many attacks it means. Which is using special melee attack. Advantage on the attack roll. If it hits, the attack's weapon deals extra damage to the target equal to half of your fighter level. Regardless of the number of creatures you mark, you can make the special attack a number of times equal to your strength modifier. So I've got 3 attacks I can make because my strength modifier is 3. Is that? Do you agree with that? Does that sound right?
Just roll with advantage. God damn it.
Right. Okay. Attack number 1 then.
But you can
and you only get 1 attack.
Yeah, it's 3 attacks per long rest or something like that, or per short rest. No, it's long rest.
You can make it 3 times, but you can only use it once per bonus action. So you can only make 1 attack per bonus action.
Fair enough. In that case, I swing in. With advantage, 19 plus 5 is 24.
Hits.
And I got 13 for damage.
Nice.
How much damage?
13.
13. Okay. The creature is starting to show some signs of fatigue now. Some of the wounds are starting to stand out as some of the vines start bleeding out.
My turn?
They're sappy juices. Yes, it's your turn. Yep, go, Meyer.
Oh, all right. I was kind of waiting for an answer. So I'm like 35 feet away from this mount, and I'm going to cast my cantrip Frostbite, which is like 60 feet, so that should cover this. And I have
It's con
13.
save that he fails.
What? Oh, I don't have to roll on these?
No.
Because it's a cantrip?
Frostbite. No, Frostbite is he makes the saving throw.
Oh, okay. It's con 14. Does he make that?
No.
Oh, cool. So I can roll 1d6 damage?
Yes.
Awesome. Sorry for those stupid questions.
No, go ahead.
It's 5. 5 damage. 5? And he gets a disadvantage. And it has disadvantage on the next weapon attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's it. I'm not moving any further.
Your frostbite doesn't seem to do as much as you think, and as it seems to mostly ignore whatever damage it's supposed to do, but it still seems slowed.
Okay.
Kira.
Kira's just going to let one of our arrows fly at the monster.
Okay.
It's a 16 to hit.
It does.
Just roll for damage. Eight damage.
All right. Another arrow into its body. Do you want to move? Do you have any bonus actions?
I don't think so. I'll just stay where I am because I'm quite a way away from it. So
Okay. Tricks.
Can I hide behind the tree I'm in?
Yes.
As a bonus action?
Yeah.
Let me see, I have like 25 in stealth. And I like to attack it with my blowgun.
Okay.
19 to hit.
You're viable for sneak attack. So you hit.
And I do... That must be 7 piercing damage.
Alright. Its turn. Napoleon automatically fails to save.
No, Napoleon.
And he takes way more damage than his tiny dog body can handle. Napoleon takes 28 points of bludgeoning damage.
Holy shit.
Napoleon's bit the dust, bless him.
You're kind of looking at his arm that he's raising to strike at you with, and you can just see blood gushing out and dog fur falling out of its arm.
You will pay for that, you vile piece of moss dropping!
Makes its first attack against Shrub Bob. 14's not going to hit.
Nope.
It attacks again. 25 is going to hit.
Just a bit.
Just a bit. You take 9 points of bludgeoning damage, and your blinds restrained and unable to breathe.
That's nothing.
As you get once again pulled into pulled into its arm.
Right.
Except this time, instead of meeting the nice fluffy Napoleon, you just kind of meet a massive tuft of fur and blood.
Now that part was just harsh.
Yeah.
That's really
dark.
dark.
Thank you. That is dark. Welcome to the adventuring career.
Oh my god. No, how can you kill a dog? This is not good. Oh
He was a war mastiff. He knew the score.
Oh. I
All
feel
right,
so bad.
Sildor.
This is all my fault.
Oh.
Okay, Sildor is just going to sing this. The most effective thing he has probably, he's just going to use another charge of the wand and send another 3 darts flying towards the creature and striking it for 4 plus 3 for 11 points of force damage. And he's going to make sure he stays away. And that's his turn.
Okay. Jebediah.
Yep, he's gonna loose another arrow.
Roll with advantage.
That's going to be a 19 or... it doesn't matter, they're both 19s. 25 to hit total.
Hits.
All right. And do I get sneak attack damage or not?
Yes.
Okay,
You're
so...
technically hidden from him.
3, 6, total of 10 points of piercing damage.
The
And-
creature's vines are starting to contract and show signs of weakness, even as it attempts to crush Shrub Bob.
Okay. I'm going to move back 20 feet so that I'm just inside of short range for my short bow. And that's my turn.
Myra.
I'm gonna let me see what
sorry,
I did.
I skipped Shrub Bob.
Oh, sorry.
Shrub Bob.
Get revenge.
Well, that's going to be a bit tricky. I'm stuck inside it at the minute. I'm going to try and break free again. And I rolled an 18 this time.
You managed to get out.
I am supremely pissed. It's just killed off Napoleon, my faithful war speed. I've got to walk now. I am going to use one of my bonus attacks to attack it. And I got 20 modified.
That hits.
And I got 15 damage.
Okay. Myra, it's your turn now.
How's this thing still alive? Should we have run? I'm starting to think so. Frostbite didn't do anything or not much to him. Is that correct?
It had less effect than what you were expecting.
And did Shrub take a lot of damage? Can I see that? Now he's free. Can I see how badly he's wounded? Did he take any damage?
You can probably see. Yeah, he's taken damage. You can see his armor is kind of crimped a bit. You can tell that some of his has a disfigured stance from being slammed multiple times and being stuck into the creature's arm.
Okay, it's not that bad then.
That's nice. Oh man, I gotta give you props on that one. That was a good second verse.
I have a question. If I cast Thunder Wave, will that affect my allies too?
Yes.
Yep. Thunder Wave.
Do it, please.
I'm sorry. Well, I'm sorry, guys. No. I guess I'll just do it the simple old-fashioned way and take my short bow. Let's see, range is 80 feet. And I'm still within 35 feet, so I'll shoot at him with my short bow. And I am proficient with that, so I get +2, right?
Make your attack roll.
So that's 19. Does a 19 hit?
Oh yeah, that hits.
All right, and damage is 1d6 plus 4, and that is 9 damage.
Ooh. The creature stumbles upon the impact. It's shown great resistance for most of the attacks so far, but it seems to be weakening.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. That's my turn.
Kira's gonna let another arrow fly.
I want to see the rest of this text chat go through, and I will give an inspiration point for whoever sings that.
Okay, give us 2 seconds.
Give us 2 seconds. All right, Kira, your turn. I'll give you until the end of this combat.
Kira's gonna let another arrow fly.
Make your attack roll.
13 to hit.
That does not hit. The arrow goes up to it, and one of the vines just gets in the way, and the arrow bounces off of the vine.
How far away am I from it?
I think we agreed on 45 feet.
I'll just stay where I am then.
Tricks.
Yeah, I don't know. So, is there any nearby it?
There's Shrub Bob.
But he's inside, right?
No, he fell out again.
Okay. I just attacked. 17?
Make that hits.
And that is 9 piercing damage.
All right. All right, Shrub Bob, your AC is what? Oh, he'll be right back. I'll just look myself then. So he got hit. He takes another 14 points of bludgeoning damage and gets taken into the arm.
14, did you say?
Yeah.
No, what?
Does he not get a save to see if he gets grappled or not?
It doesn't say so. It just says that medium or small creatures are grappled by it.
Ah, okay.
I think the chance of it failing is just from the standard attack roll, like most slam attacks.
Oh.
It then starts looking around, and it moves towards Mira.
All right.
It doesn't.
Starting at the top, right?
Let's see what else this thing can do. Nope, that's about it.
So how close
Yep,
is this
so-
thing to me now? I was like 35 feet away. So
It's about 15 feet away from you now.
All right, thank you.
Sildor.
Who does the mound look right now?
It's looking pretty battered.
Yeah.
From your extensive research on this creature in particular, you believe that a couple more hits should send it reeling.
Yeah. Yes, he's going to keep doing what he was and use yet another charge of his wand to keep hitting, hoping it dies before it swallows the gnome. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 12 more force damage and 3 more darts overcame the impact and against the vines and the bark, grass, and basically body of the creature. Yeah, that's all he can do for now.
Jebediah.
All right, he's gonna shoot an arrow at it. It's gonna be a 24.
That hits.
And do I get sneak attack damage again or no?
You do.
Okay, so that's going to be a total of 8 points of damage.
All right.
It's moved up 15, so I'll move, or it's moved up 20, correct?
Yeah.
All right, then I'll move back 20 so that I'm keeping the same 80-foot distance.
All right.
And that'll be my turn.
Shrub Bob.
Okay, so first of all, I apologise to everybody who's in the party and everybody who's listening, but here we go for the inspiration point. Oh, who's crushing them?
Wait. I said after the combat.
Oh, okay. Right, well, I need to get back out again, so I rolled a nat 20. I wish that was the combat one, but never mind. So that is 25.
You squeeze out again.
You infernal piece of weed! Stop doing that! I'll use my last special attack to attack it for 23.
Not so fast. You pop out again, and it seems times after the first 2 times, it was waiting for you, and it slams its attack down on you again.
Okay.
And you take another 14 points of bludgeoning damage and get scooped back into it.
I am going to a second win then, so that I can get some health points back. And I got...
They're not bright, but they're not too stupid.
So how many did you say it did to me? Sorry, 12?
14.
14, sorry, right. Okay, yeah. That's all I can do there, because I've used my main action to try, unless you're going to be kind and let me try and squeeze out again.
Nah.
Nah? Can I use my bonus action with the shield to try and knock my way out?
You already used second wind.
No bother.
All right, Myra, this thing, just as the name implies, is shambling towards you.
What does shambling mean? Like
Kind of
crawling?
like
Moving like
slowly
it's
walking
kind of-
towards you.
Yeah. Think
Okay.
zombie, only giant plant.
Yeah, like
Alright.
moving like a bit by bursts.
So is anyone within 5 foot close to this thing?
I'm inside it.
Shrub Bob.
Oh yeah, that's dumb. That's dumb. I totally wanna set this thing on fire with like thunder, but you're making this really hard. Well then I just go back to shooting another arrow and try to hit it. I hope I crit. So that's 17. Does a
You hit
17 hit? All right.
Yeah, roll for damage.
1d6 plus 4, and he gets 6 damage. And in my free action, like I shoot, and then I back another 20 foot off, like so I reset the distance to 35 feet between us.
Okay. When this arrow hits, you guys notice that it's starting to sway.
Okay.
Kira.
I am going to aim for one of the vines that's holding Shrub Bob hostage and let an arrow fly.
Please don't miss.
Please don't miss.
Natural
That's a
one.
21.
Oh, that hits. How do you want to kill this thing?
The arrow heads towards the main vine that's holding Shrub Bob hostage, splits it in two, the vine sprays horrible stuff everywhere, and the shambling mound just collapses to the ground.
As it collapses, it starts releasing whatever it held into its arms and kind of just spews it out in a mess of black ichor and blood from Napoleon, and just starts spewing out bits and pieces of Napoleon's ribs and bones and
No.
organs. And Shrub Bob is launched into the pile as well in this heap of black ichor, and then it falls forward
Oh.
with a loud thud.
Yeah, Jebediah is going to look at the mess that's on the ground there, and he's going to kind of shake his head and say, "That's not going to buff out."
Shrub Bob.
Now you can sing your song.
Oh, who's crushing a mount in the middle of the forest? Shrub Bob Square Greaves, whose dog is as dead and as flat as can be. Shrub Bob Square Greaves, if Arborean madness is something you wish, then where's the rest of it gone? Then shoot at a mount and you'll get your wish.
I like it noms on a dog until it goes squish myself.
It nubs on a dog until it goes squish. Shrub Bob Square Greaves.
There you go.
All right, that's an inspiration for Shrub Bob.
Very nice.
Right, he's just going to kind of stand there, being completely covered at this stage in his own mount stroke pet's gore. Look about a little bit and be just kind of take a big sigh. Then he's going to start searching through the stuff for anything useful.
Yeah, Jebediah is going to assist with investigating, searching for anything through the mound. He rolled a 27 too.
Next time, maybe you should listen to me.
It's no problem. You guys see some metal objects that are stuck in there as you are searching quite thoroughly through this creature, as you are actually forced to gut it open a bit. You
Probably
do
with a bit
notice
more gusto
that
than it should be.
you do actually find an unnamed emblem stuck inside.
While they're searching the creature, Kira's going to cast Cure Wounds on Shrub Bob.
Oh, that's awesome.
Are you sure you want to touch Shrub Bob? He's pretty. He's covered in a lot of gore.
He's been covered in worse.
Did you find any dog tie in there?
What was that?
Did you find any dog tag in there?
Dog tag?
Oh, any dog tags? If that's a cruel joke about Napoleon, then
That's so dark.
Yeah, Mr. Salidor will be having discussions later. But for now, and they'll flick the Unnamed Adventurers Guild tag to Sildor so that he can see what they found.
The only thing that truly survived is Napoleon's saddle.
I won't want this to be going to waste. Pick that up.
I mean, it's pretty messed up to look at it, but it survived.
Yeah, I'm sure Alvin can buff it out.
Yeah, you can heal him.
It looks like Napoleon has met his Waterloo.
Waterloo. Why, Jerry? What are you on about?
So is this the creature that kind of ate the apprentices or something? Can we assume that?
It's
Because
one of them.
I almost died. So one is in there. Was okay. So we need to figure out where the rest is, because like the other apprentices must have gotten away then, right?
Oh yeah, that's a possibility. So, Jebediah is going to start looking around, around where they first started out before the Shambling Mount attacked, and he's going to be looking for, tracks or signs of passage.
Roll me survival.
It's a 22.
Yeah, you managed to find the trail that Napoleon was. It looks like that while they were coming through here, it seems that 3 of them were coming through here, and then as they were coming through, you see huge drag marks, probably from the Shambling Mound capturing one of them. And as soon as you see that slam mark, the other 2 who were ahead of them, they started running.
Okay, so I guess we know one's demise. One's demise is right here. So I'll point out the tracks and say we should probably find the others.
Can I? Oh man, no.
Sildor, as he goes to follow Jebediah, he's going to, as he passes, he goes like by Misha. He's actually going to put like his hand on her shoulder and say, "Next time, child, try not to get hit." And he's going to cast Mage Armor on her, hoping she won't get so badly hurt next time.
Are you talking about me?
Yep.
Are you wearing armor?
I cured myself already. I'm like full health. I look like awesome.
He cast Mage Armor on you, giving you an AC of 13.
Mage Armor. Sorry, I misheard that. Yeah, thank you, but thank you very much. It was like we all make mistakes, don't we? So let's
Myra,
just
are
forget
you
about
wearing
that and
armor
move
already?
on. No.
No?
I have a wooden shield. That's basically it, and my normal stuff. Wait a second. Yeah, light armor, leather armor that came in my basic equipment.
Okay, so Sildor, make me an Arcana check.
Mage armor is good for 8 hours, right?
4.
Oh, 4.
You know that if you cast Mage Armor on her, the leather armor will dissipate your spell.
Damn it. Take out the leather armor.
You want me to strip?
It's for your... It's also weird.
Dear Mr. Salvador, we have a job to do. Hit on the elf another time.
Can I leave my hat on? No, I'm sorry.
This is so ridiculous. It's for your own good.
Yeah, I don't think my character would fall for that if he said that. So
you don't have to take off your clothing, just the fucking armor.
That's like basically all I'm wearing, you know that, right?
Damn it. Then you carry a pair of clothing. Giles. Always so unprepared.
Jebediah is going to look back at these 2 as they're arguing about whether armor will be donned or doffed or not, and he's going to say, "Daylight's wasting," as he looks to the sky.
What's wasting?
Daylight. He's going to point out.
Daylight.
We don't have much time.
Yeah, we should get going. I agree.
All right, so you all follow Jebediah?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. I'm on the way gonna loot from some poison plants that I use for poison to my defense. If I could do that.
I'm gonna tell you right now, there's none around here.
Right, Napoleon is going to resume his place at the front of the party. Actually, no, he's going to turn around. He's going to address the entire party. He says, ladies and gentlemen, I believe now will be a time, even though daylight may be getting on, for a short rest, so that we may recoup somewhat after the battle we have just fought.
Well,
If that is your wish, then I will stand watch.
I'm gonna look for plants that is sell.
Short rest, so it's only an hour, is that right? Or is that longer?
I guess that if they have been away,
Yeah, short
for
rest is like an
several
hour.
days, we can wait 1 more hour for you to recover.
So we're waiting an hour? Like, won't we
Oh.
lose?
How far are we away from the trees?
The shambling mounds.
No.
We'll get far enough away before
No,
we
I
have
mean
that.
the magical trees with the supernatural
All right.
fruit. How far are we away from those?
I would say about an hour.
Okay, so we're far enough away.
I just want to go and get some things, but I do not do that.
Every time you try to think about going to get those fruits, your thought process always gets diverted.
Can I, what do you call it, get some wood and take my wood carving tools out and made a door to Swansburg?
Sure.
Do you want to check?
What are you making?
A door that looked like Napoleon.
Oh, he's gonna replace Napoleon.
So soon. Yeah, make me a check.
I have. Do I add my dex to that, or
I will say Dex, yeah.
so that is 19?
You make a very good replica of Napoleon.
And I'm gonna give it to Swansburg. So you always have him in your mind. Don't tell him.
Right, thank you, Terry, to you, boy. That's most thoughtful.
So you guys are resting for the night?
Well,
No, we're taking a short rest
Yeah, just an
so
hour. just a short
that
rest.
Shrub Bob can get some hit points back.
I get most of my abilities back as well.
my question is, if I take a short rest, do I get my spell slots back, all of them?
No, I think
No,
most
that's
of us
only
are
a long rest for a druid.
All right. Okie dokie.
So yeah, after the short rest, I have got my second win of my action surge back, and I have recovered some hit points. I'm ready to rock and roll.
All right.
Okay. Let's roll.
We're good to go.
So the sun is setting, but you guys choose to go out anyways. You start feeling the cold breeze coming down from the mountainsides, as well as still maintaining the sight of the tracks that you're following. Can I have... Who has dark vision here?
I do.
Virtually everyone, I think.
I'm pretty sure everyone
I
in this
do.
party has dark vision.
I don't.
No, that's right. Lizard folk don't have dark vision.
Do dwarves and gnomes have dog vision too?
Yeah.
Sure, Bob's got
Yes.
dark vision, yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Everything and their mother has dark vision. Except
Lizard folk
a few like
and halflings
and humans and
humans,
dragonborn
yeah.
for some reason.
and dragon folk, yeah.
I miss low light vision.
Yeah, it's too exaggerated right now. Stop rolling.
No, I will do whatever I want.
Damn it. Freedom has corrupted our society.
Oh my god. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's not what I'm looking for. This is why I need a monster manual. Oh man. Oh well. I'll just use
I have
this.
one.
Well, I can't exactly tell you what it is.
You can't. What?
Ooh, I know. Okay, I found them. Found exactly what I want. All right, as you guys are traveling forward, who's in lead? Jebediah?
Sure, Bob.
Yep, should be me.
I wish Sure Bob
One
caught
following
fire
the
then.
tracks.
I'm behind Shrubop.
Yay. Make me a nature check. Jebediah.
Nature check. It's a 19 plus 25.
As you're looking ahead, you notice something that there's a lot of vines have started appearing out of a lot of the trees around here. That's pretty common for some of the trees that are laying around. However, some of these vines you notice through quick perception, and you notice some distinct discoloration between some of them, and you notice some vine blights directly ahead of you.
Not familiar with that. Do I need to make a another nature check to see what that is?
No. Basically, they look like this huge patch of vines.
Okay. I'm gonna.
There's like
I'm
a
gonna
centerpiece that
Yeah.
they all kind like the one like all the vines go to, and it seems like there's a lot of them ahead. Why don't you make me a perception check?
Perception is going to be 15 on the nose.
You think that there's maybe 3 of them.
All right, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna point these out to I always want to say SpongeBob. Shrub Bob. I'm going to point him out to Shrub Bob and whoever's directly behind him.
There I was.
And say, those aren't normal. Those are vine. Did you say blight?
Yeah.
Those are vine blight. And I'm going to explain to them what I know of vine blight. And I'm going to suggest that, or Jebediah is going to suggest that they go around the vine blight if possible.
Sounds good.
Kira agrees.
Very well, dear boy.
So he'll Jebediah will try to give the vine blight a wide berth so that they're not disturbed.
How wide are we talking about?
Say 100 feet to the left.
All right. Yeah, you steer way clear from these things, and you don't encounter any trouble from them.
Cool.
Well, it seems for once you have
Who's
to.
last in the order?
I guess if they were ahead, probably Silver. Let's say.
I probably have some lights. Just saying. I don't know
Okay.
where.
If you didn't pack any, you don't have any.
I didn't pack any.
So you're just kind of stumbling behind whoever is in front of you.
I've got a torch that I can give him.
Never mind that, dear Myra. We don't want to give our position away.
Oh. This is the first time I'm doing this. Do not do this to me.
Well, whoever's in the back of the line, you can hear some leaves rustling as you move on, but as you progress, you don't hear anything anymore.
Seems for once we have the common sense of listening to, well, words of caution. No
Words of caution, dear boy, only come into play if a monster is not already attacking the party.
Exactly.
Yeah, I guess Napoleon will agree.
Too soon. That is
Low
way
blow.
Whoa.
Oh my god.
All right. You guys get about an hour ahead, and it is completely dark now. There is a bit of starlight, so it's not completely dark, but there is dim light. So for those of you who don't have dark vision, you can see about 20 feet around yourself. For everyone else, though, you can see about 80 feet out without needing light. As you're still following the tracks, you start hearing some what sounds like combat in the distance. No need to make perception checks. It's very loud and clear. You can guess that
Okay,
maybe you're about 800 feet away.
Jebediah is going to move in the direction of combat after signaling Shrub Bob. When, they both hear it, he makes eye contact and he starts moving towards the sound of combat, but he's moving at a normal pace, cautiously enough that he's not going to be taken by surprise if there's something laying in ambush.
Twit's gonna dash 2 times to wait up.
Okay.
Is that wise when you can't see where you want? Shrub Bob is going to take Frostblade out, but he's not going to activate it just yet. He's just going to hold the hilt in his hand ready, and he is going to follow Jebediah.
All right.
There goes.
Everyone make me a stealth check.
Got an 18.
20.
As I am
18.
As I am wearing heavy armor, I have done it at disadvantage and came out with 7.
Clanky over here.
I rolled a 19, so I'm at 27.
All right. As you guys are getting closer, the combat is definitely well more defined. As you guys get to about 100 feet away, 150 feet away, you see a small shack nearby. It seems to be heavily pelted by, well, it's hard to see what was thrown at it. It's taken a lot of damage, and you can see some sort of gas floating around it. You hear a couple people on the inside, and you can hear them coughing and taking heavy breaths. When you look around to look for danger, well, you can only see 80 feet ahead of yourselves. You can't see much.
I don't move in and try to open. Was a shed?
Yes, it was a shack, a wooden shack.
I try to open it.
All right, you run straight into the pollen, and I need you to make a con save.
Great. 12. Can I hold my breath while I run in?
It won't help you. You take 16 points of poison damage.
Yikes.
As the pollen enters your mouth and not only starts choking you, but you can feel pain going up into your eyes.
Great.
Better than a canary, that one. I suggest we avoid that pollen stuff.
There are people in there, though. We need to rescue them.
We can't rescue them if we're dead.
I'm already in, so I try to open the door.
You easily open the door after you get over the pollen, and you look inside. You see a dwarf female holding a cloth over her face. It seems, from what you can tell, you're not really sure what the cloth is. And the other side, you see a human male carrying a crossbow, and he's tied a cloth over his face.
Can I pull them out?
They look at you and point their the male points his crossbow to you, and he says, "What the hell?"
I tried to save you. Yes.
You idiot, You're gonna die before you even get out of here.
If I need to talk to you all the time, and I try to pull the dwarf woman out, if she allows me.
She says, "Don't you even know why we're in here?"
But there's nothing outside.
What's everyone else doing?
Jebediah is going to be moving quite cautiously so he doesn't break stealth, and he's going to start looking around as he's slowly moving towards the shack, looking for any signs of combatants. We heard combat going on, so there's something out here. Is his mentality, his thought process. So he's going to be looking for whatever was, attacking the shack or the people inside of it.
Make me a perception check.
Perception is going to be 21.
You feel like there's something around. There is something here, but you can't pinpoint it.
Okay. Jebediah is going to motion to Shrub Bob and let him know that there's something in the area, but that he's not sure where it's at.
Okay, Shrubbob is going to use the command word to activate Frostblades, and he's going to avoid the pollen if he can. Move towards what's about other than the shack.
There's just an iron pot and a campfire out in the middle, but the campfire is not on fire.
Right.
So there's no light.
Is there anything that could be within the 80 feet, obviously, discernible as to what generated the pollen?
Make me a perception check.
I rolled quite high. 19.
You definitely know there's something here, but a lot like Jebediah, you can't tell where it is.
Right. In that case, I am going to use my movement to move while avoiding the pollen into the middle of the area, and then I'm going to use my action to ready myself in case I'm attacked.
Okay. Anyone else?
Silver is, for the moment, he's just trying to cling to the darkness, and just as he sees both of them go forward, he just tries to stay hidden and just on the lookout for anything that might appear. Just at the ready.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kira's gonna stealth towards the cabin, but she's not gonna go anywhere near the pollen, and she's gonna cast Detect Magic.
Okay. Myra?
Myra's gonna stay hidden, like stealth herself, which she has an advantage on as a wood elf, like and wooden, like in forest kind of area. I think. And try to stay away from the pollen because she knows this is a number too high for her, and waits for something to happen or to jump out, and is passive.
Make me a perception check.
Wait, I got perception 6 right now. Yep, that's 9.
Roll me an acrobatics or athletics with disadvantage.
What does with disadvantage mean?
You roll 2 d20s and you take the lowest one.
All right. Well, that's not too bad. So I rolled 2 and 5, so I'll go for the 2 plus it gets me to 6. Acrobatics 4.
So you're sneaking behind. I guess it would be Sildor. Sildor, make me a perception check. Oh, that's good. You're listening to everything around you, and you hear something, what sounds like it smacks, like somebody's smacking like on food, like 2 pieces of wet paper hitting each other. And as you're listening to this, Myra, a large bulbous plant leans down from a tree and just picks you up into what you assume is some sort of maw, and lifts you off the ground.
Well, obviously, I start screaming. Like,
oh,
what kind of reaction?
Sildor, you can hear this screaming now, and when you turn around, you can see her. But your screams are so muffled that no one else can hear.
So I see her like getting like raised in the air, like cut by something.
Yes, you do.
But I don't see anything else. Just her getting like up.
You do see the bulbous plant.
Bulbous plant. Okay. Do we recognize the plant? And it's another sampling mound. It's something different.
Roll me in nature.
$18.
It's a variation of. It's a very large, in fact, huge variation of the fly trap. And what it is when it eats something, it captures it into its mouth, or pretty much closes itself. It's not really a mouth; it's more like leaves close around it, and it starts spewing out what a glue-like substance. And
Oh my
eventually, the person will get trapped inside, can't get out, and they'll eventually just slowly dissolve to death.
There's no save roll for this.
Not yet.
Cecil have taken off the armor.
I don't believe this.
He did say slowly. I mean,
Well, do something.
Sildor.
Please, Sildor. I'm dying again.
Oh well. So
So
can I do
everyone roll
something
initiative.
like a reaction or something? Or,
You're just noticing this.
okay. Ugh.
Ugh.
That's the initiative.
So we got 12.
are we rolling initiative?
Yes, we're rolling initiative.
Okay, yeah, that's awesome.
See,
I got
try
a
to
6.
trigger another comment.
Do I get to roll initiative too, or am I just saying?
Yes, you get to roll initiative.
No,
Yes, we need to see in which
not.
order you slowly dissolve.
Oh no.
Yeah. All right.
Do I know? Does Sildor know if this creature is also like this thing is like the sampling mound that is resistant to a lot of stuff or no?
Roll me an Arcana.
Okay. 25. Oh my god, I'm really very good today.
You know a lot of things today.
Yeah.
This
It's
creature
fake.
is not found in the natural world. It is found in the Fey world. If it's here, that means something brought it with it. These creatures have a strong tendency to protect things, although they have great abilities that help them, sneak around for the most part, as you didn't even notice it. And you walked right past it.
So someone brought this thing here. And the thing, could he know he has like be resistant to most elemental stuff like the sampling mound?
It's resistant to you think it's not resistant to anything. You're pretty sure.
Yes.
It's immune to being charmed and compelled, but besides that, no.
Okay. Good to know.
It's not hollering out like "feed me, Seymour, feed me" or anything like that, is it?
No. Shrubbob,
Okay, just checking.
you don't notice this creature's presence.
Well, if I don't notice this creature's presence and no elven mages, wink wink, have not cough cough shouted for assistance, then I guess there's not a lot I can do. So I am going to do nothing. There's nothing I can do. If I don't know what there's danger, I'll just stay where I am and look about.
All right.
Aw.
Kira. You're standing in front of the standing near this aura of pollen that's just fastened to this shack.
So do I know that it's there, do I?
Oh, not the monster.
So I'm just still near the shack.
You're still near it. You haven't heard any sign of the creature's presence.
So I don't know it's there.
Well, roll me your Panthers. Roll me your Panthers perception.
Okay.
The Panther.
So Cuddles
may be
got a
with you.
10.
Cuddles does not notice anything that's going on. Cuddles is just looking at you like, what do we do now?
I still cast Detect Magic.
Okay. So I'm not going to consider this an action since you cast it before. The pollen is magical. It's
Right.
From what you can tell, it's magic radiates conjuration.
Okay, so do I know if it can be like blown away or if it can be like removed somehow?
It's pollen, so yes, the wind can affect it.
Is it windy?
No.
Can I blow it out the way?
If you want to risk inhaling it, sure.
Well, if I'm still near the shack and I know that the pollen's magical, there's still people inside that shack that need to get out. Am I facing the door or any sort of opening?
Yeah, you can see there's a small window. You can hear the two kind of arguing with Trix. Like, didn't you know there's something out there?
Just a sec.
You know what would have been really useful? A torch. Seeing in color is useful. You can look around if you want.
I am going to light one of my torches and I'm going to see if the pollen burns.
Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be too effective, but the pollen does kind of burn up a bit when you introduce your torch. Although you don't think it will burn up fast enough to be like any effective use.
So I couldn't burn my way towards the shack.
No, it's not like it's like a gas where it ignites and then just combusts everywhere. It's just a slow sizzle.
Can I move my torch really fast?
So, yeah, sure. Make an attack roll. Make an attack roll against the pollen cloud.
Do you want me to add any modifiers?
Strength.
With it being a
modifier.
torch. Strength.
Yeah.
That would be an 18.
Oh, you hit that pollen cloud. You deal. What's your strength modifier?
0.
Oh, you do 1 fire damage to the pollen cloud. Doesn't seem to bear much results. Every time you cut through or burn through the pollen, it just kind of swirls and fills back up.
I'm
Okay.
still screaming, like muffled in this thing.
And there's
Yeah, but
only
I
one
can't
person
hear
that
you.
can
Yeah. Never give up. I'm screaming like,
Oh no,
You
it's
probably
the
don't wanna be
werewolves
screaming.
again.
Tricks.
I
So
don't
they have
know.
told you that there's something in there with you guys. Like there's something out there.
I don't say I saw nothing, and I don't try to pull her out.
Okay, she slaps your hands away.
Don't be like that. And if I don't stay in this palm, do I take more damage or
No, not yet.
not yet? I don't yell to the other people. They say there's something out there, and I don't look out of the window to see about it, to see anything. Now I have light, right?
Yes, you can see mostly around Kira.
Can I see anything?
wait, wouldn't
Do you look
you see
outside
her
the
like?
shack?
I'm trying to loot after something. I don't know what, but
Make
yeah,
a
I draw
perception
outside
check.
of that. Yes, I draw
Make a
outside.
perception check.
Yeah, 11.
Nope. You kind of see Sildor in the distance, but that's as far as your vision gets carried by the light.
But what about Kira's torch?
Yeah, he can only see about 50 feet.
Oh,
He can see Sildor, who has his kind of back turned looking at something, but he can't see what he's looking at.
They will
Okay.
What
hear.
out of the palm, and I'm gonna hide.
Okay.
well, it's time for you to kill me now, Alex.
Yes.
No, please don't. That was
Are you still screaming?
that would be a natural reaction. So yeah, muffled screaming inside because I kind of need help. Otherwise, I'm being devoured alive.
Oh, good. Make me
Oh
a
my
strength
God.
saving throw.
Do I do that with a d20?
Yes.
And
Plus
I
your
add
strength bonus.
my strength to that.
Mhm.
My strength save. Oh my God, +1. 6.
Oh, you are getting covered in this substance, and it's very sticky. And when you try to push yourself up through the top of the bulb, you can't do it, as it seems to be hardening rapidly. As you scream, I want you to make a Constitution saving throw.
That's 16 plus 3, 19.
Yeah, this strange glue is just rolling over you. And as you scream, some of it goes into your mouth, but you're able to kind of spit it out before it fills your mouth.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm coughing now. I'm not screaming anymore because that would make more sense. All this stuff in my mouth.
You
Great.
take 3 points of damage.
All right.
Sildor.
Okay, so as he turns back, he's going to say, "Burn, foul creature!" And he's going to use a scorching ray, like the 3 rays on the plant that has arisen.
Yes. Do it.
Oh my god.
Make your attack rolls.
I don't like this voice.
Wait, how do this? If I do like this.
Should have taken that mage armor. Next time I'm gonna strip. God damn it.
Doesn't matter. What the fuck? Is this not working?
You're out of spell slots. Fuck you, I'm not out of spell slots.
I haven't used any spell yet. Well, one, and I recovered it in the service. What the fuck?
Okay.
Oh,
Just
I'm gonna do it manually. It's okay, +6. I'm gonna do it manually, yes.
just do it manually.
Great.
Oh no.
Then,
Oh
well,
no.
you tell me what happens. I keep rolling the other two.
He's just crit and
Okay.
failed, doesn't he?
Yeah, that first roll was a crit fail. The second one's a hit, and the last one's a miss.
Hey, they see the fire, I hope.
Are you killing me now? Is this what's happening?
Maybe.
No. Oh my god. You're not burning me alive while being devoured by a fucking venomous plant. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
no, actually, he's making sure that the meal is properly prepared. He doesn't want the Venus mantrap or whatever it is to get salmonella or something from unprepared meat.
Why do you do this, Jebediah? Why do you do this?
In the back of your mind, Miri, you hear Shrub Bob saying, "This is no place for children."
Make me a sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. 18.
All right. You managed to defy the ray not upon yourself by executing the spell a little later than you thought. And you shoot it into the ground instead. The second one hits its mark, and you deal 2d6 points of fire damage.
Please don't roll a double 2. Double 1.
It doesn't matter on damage.
Yeah, but still it's pretty low.
The other one just screeches across the sky. Anyone who's outside can hear the spell being cast, and when you look towards where it's being cast, you see this large bulbous plant on fire. You're making another con save.
So I am burning now too? Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
I like my steaks medium rare, just saying.
Okay, I'm traveling with a group of cannibals, apparently.
You're not a gnome.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Not a half
the
elf.
same race.
Do I actually get to act? Or am I just being burned alive and devoured?
Make your con save.
The silver's out saying to the others, "Quick, it's got Misa."
Wait a second. What was I rolled a 15 plus what was my constitution save? Plus 3. 18.
Did you just roll that?
I rolled 15, yeah. Plus 3 constitution, you said, right?
Ooh. Yeah. All right. So the glue starts melting and you slide into the back of its head, I guess for lack of better terms. And although you are free, the bulb is starting to fill up with fire and smoke. Your turn. Mira. Mira? No. Okay, just quick refresh.
Hello? Hello?
Okay, there you are.
All right. So I'm free. Did I take damage from falling down?
No, the glue made you slide back into its mouth, but it's still closed off to you. But it's your
So-
turn.
Yeah, that's awesome. Let me see. So within 15 feet, I am used to the metric system, so I really have no idea how much 15 feet are. Is anyone close to me, like, still?
So it's about 4.5 meters.
Yeah.
And is anyone in that range, within that range, except for the creature and I?
You can't see anyone. You're still stuck in its mouth.
Oh yeah. So no regrets. I cast Thunderwave.
Ooh. Spicy.
Thunder.
Thunder.
What's the save?
It's a Constitution 14 is a save.
I feel so bad for you right now. You
Oh,
cast
no.
the spell flawlessly. You just see glue spattering everywhere. When you open your eyes, it's unfazed.
I
Yeah,
imagine
you guys
that.
hear the thunder wave go off inside its mouth, and you see it, the like bulb expand, but it never actually opens, and it takes no damage from a critical save.
Oh my fucking god.
I feel horrible.
Why do you
now.
do this? Yeah, you should. You should. You already killed a dog today. Fuck.
I'm gonna step up
Well?
to people soon. Yeah, I can taste it.
Don't do it. Don't do
Jebediah.
it.
Or well,
He's
you can
feeding
try to
from your
move.
hate.
And, yeah. Do you have any bonus actions or movement? No.
Me?
Huh?
Yeah.
No, there's nothing I can do. Like,
Okay. Jebediah.
sorry.
So Jebediah hearing a spell he assumes being cast and then seeing a huge fireball in the sky light up this giant thing is going to move to range and then fire at it with his short bow.
Okay. Make your attack roll.
That's going to be a 25.
Everyone's rolling high. Damn. You hit it.
Okay. Do I get sneak attack?
No. Nobody is
Okay.
close enough to it.
All right. Then that'll be 6 total points of damage.
Question?
Okay.
Move,
Now you
fire.
mentioned this, I remember.
nothing but
How
bonus.
far
Yep.
away is Tilda from the plant thing?
That's my turn.
15 feet.
Okay, thank you.
Shrub up.
Shrubba.
Right. How far away am I?
I'd say 60 feet.
Well, that's me not doing anything this turn other than dashing then. Straight at her. That'll get me within 10 feet.
All right. Kira.
How far away is Kira?
60 feet.
She's gonna let an arrow fly at it to try and punch a hole through the like wall of the thing, so that some of the goop's gonna fall out and some of the smoke can come out.
Make your attack roll.
That's a 20.
Nice.
Okay, who made the other attack roll? Jebediah?
Yeah.
Can I have you and Kira make another attack roll at disadvantage?
You're really mean.
Oh yeah.
Mine's a 9.
Ooh, that's good. Jebediah?
Why do you do this?
Because he's evil.
Yeah,
So
I got that now.
Dungeon Masters
Yeah, but
are the epitome of lawful evil alignments.
I thought we were playing without evil characters.
Doesn't say anything about evil DMs though.
Well,
William, we need you.
yeah, I need you to make an attack roll at disadvantage.
Come on, double natural 20. Do it.
All right,
You
we'll
can do
wait
it.
for him to come back. I guess
What are
he's
the
away.
what are the odds?
All right, so actually, I'll just say he
1
misses
400. Exactly.
because I'll be nice. So, Mira, you're trying to get away from this thing, trying to keep the glue off of you, and you just see two arrows just pierce through the bulb and then go through the other end.
Okay. Does the goo get out of those holes? Like, does it drip out of it, or does it harden immediately?
It's seeping out. It looks like.
So I'm not like suffocating at the same time while being burned and devoured.
Not yet.
Okay, that's really nice. Really nice of you.
Tricks.
Do I get hit by those arrows?
No, they both miss.
Oh, that's really nice.
I tried to stealth last time. Did he see me while I tried to attack it?
Yeah, he seems to be aware of all of you.
I rolled a 17. Okay.
Sorry about that. I had a small issue here. What did I miss?
You didn't
Nothing.
shoot me. You did not shoot me by accident.
You did lose an arm though.
Oh well, it'll grow back eventually.
16 to hit.
You hit.
Do I do the sneak attack?
No.
5 attack. 5 damage.
All right.
And I think my needle is not going through him. I try to attack it, right?
Yeah. So your needle just kind of gets stuck in the side of it.
Okay.
Make me 2 con saves, Mira.
Me?
Oh yeah.
Die.
No. No, not today. What do we say to the god of death? Not today. Fuck.
Yes, today.
So I got a 9 and a 17.
Okay, so you don't take any damage from being in a hot environment. You do, however, get paralyzed
Oh my
as the
fucking
glue
God.
starts solidifying around you. The creature moves 10 feet towards you, towards Sildor. Oh, and you take 1 poison damage. Sildor, I need you to make me an athletics check or acrobatics.
Oh god.
How you
Big
doing?
9.
Why did you do this? I just wanted to
Hey,
play.
at least you're not alone. It walks over to Sildor. It hangs its head down. Clamps its. It's actually not that painful, as it kind of just slurps him up. Mika, you're in this hard brick of glue, and he just enters the same bulb as you, and you just hear him thud against the hardened glue. And now you two are both, on top of being paralyzed, you're both now restrained from sharing the same tight space.
Silder, this is not the kind of help I expected.
So this is no longer a nom situation. It's a nom situation.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would normally say that the help is coming, but I think we're pretty fucked.
Yeah, 2 more. Yep.
That's good, man.
2 more and it'll be nom 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 nom.
Oh, guess whose turns it is? Sildor.
No,
hey.
no.
Hey. So it's my turn, I think. Okay. Let me see what spells I have. I have not. Wait, there's any like holes?
Yeah, there's 2 holes.
but they're filled with glue.
So there's we are like completely blocked from the outside.
Yeah. You guys are technically sharing air right now.
Fuck.
There's 2
And
holes.
It's quickly the 2 holes are filled with glue. And the fire is eating your oxygen.
Oh my god, why do you do this? This is worse than any Saw movie I've ever seen. Really. And I've seen them all.
It's just nature doing its thing, Mira. You should be happy.
I think your name should be Jigsaw.
Okay.
Okay. He's going to. This is not my kind of thing, but at this point, I think it's time for bold action, and he's going to try to reach for the creature itself and try to use soaking grasp on it.
Okay. Roll with disadvantage.
Damn it. Forgot about that. Fucking disadvantage.
You're trying to squeeze your way through and you electrocute the glue. And it doesn't
my
seem to
God.
hurt the creature.
Oh. And it doesn't hurt me either, right? Like it's not like water.
He's
Electrocute.
already
Fucking burn me alive.
Poor girl. I have. Yeah, I have nothing, so that's my turn.
You can use unarmed strike and try to push it.
That was my
Punch.
action, so.
Yeah, punch it. You don't need weapons for that.
If either has to be punching, then we are really getting desperate.
Well, Mira's paralyzed, so can you do anything with your mind?
Me?
Yeah. You're considered incapacitated. You can't move or speak. You automatically fail strength and dexterity saving throws. Attacks against the creature have advantage, and any creature that hits you gets a critical hit if they're within 5 feet of you.
You really want me dead, huh? Oh my god. No. My cantrips are damage cantrips, and I don't have any spell slots anymore. So, no.
This is not good. At least on their perspective.
No.
Jebediah.
He's not going to do anything because
Okay,
he's going to be happy if I die. He's like, yeah.
Jebediah is going to yell to the 2 members that are inside the shack. And Jebediah is gonna say, "Hey, whatever the hell this thing is out here is distracted. Get your asses out here and help us defeat this thing unless you want to become the main course." And then he's gonna fire an arrow at the plant with a 18 total to hit.
That hits. Make 2 extra attack rolls, but at disadvantage.
Okay. So the first one is a 3, And the second one is a 23.
Roll for roll for the bulbous plant damage.
Is there anything within 5 feet of it?
Technically yes, but they're both restrained, so I would consider them non-combatants at this point.
Okay, so I wouldn't get sneak damage.
No.
Okay, so the damage to the plant is going to be 7. And that's it. That's all I've got.
Roll me damage for the other hit.
The other hit was 5.
Mira, you take 5 points of piercing damage. As you're stuck in this hardened glue and you just feel something enter your leg.
Okay. Not okay, but okay.
I'll roll for the other. I'll actually just have the other two last. So they get out of the shack. The dwarf woman, it looks really badly injured, and she seems exhausted. She looks like she's a cleric, but she's doesn't seem to have anything. Like her weapons are gone, and she doesn't have her holy symbol, and she just kind of keeps company with Jebediah. The other one, however, he's going to take a shot with his heavy crossbow, which is going to hit. The other one is going to hit Sildor.
Yes.
Oh my god.
The plant takes a significant amount of damage, which is 12. Sildor takes 7 piercing damage.
Can Sildor shield from this?
I'm going to say no because you can't see it.
Damn it.
You can't see it coming.
Well, at least he has the arcane ward protecting him yet.
And we'll move to the top. Shrub Bob.
Right.
Please do something. Please.
I should now be within 10 feet of the creature, I believe, so I'm going to move the rest of the way into melee range. Knowing that it's eaten 2 people, am I able to work out the best place to stab it without hitting anybody?
You could probably stab its stem. That's always a good start.
Right. I will do that then. I will attack it with Frostblade. And I rolled a 17 plus 5, 22.
22 will hit.
Okay, Frostblade, 3d8 plus 3, that's 12. Could be dead.
Yeah. All right.
Not done. I'm going to action surge and do it again. Does that mean continue, or does that mean wait? I'm going to do something DME to you.
Oh, not yet.
So I can action surge?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. This time my attack roll got a 12.
That will miss.
Right.
It seems to like swivel out of the way.
Okay.
Kira.
That's all I can do. Yeah.
How far away is Kira?
Again, 60 feet.
Can she see any weak points on the plant?
Not that are any that are obvious. It seems to be weakening. That is definitely for everyone to see. And it's definitely hanging lower than it used to.
Okay, I'm going to aim for the stem near the bulb. And I'm
Roll
gonna
at
let an arrow
disadvantage.
fly.
Mm.
15.
That will miss. You shoot at the stem and you barely miss it.
Mm.
Damn it.
I'm like almost crying. This is so sad.
Oh, don't worry. The finishing touch is coming.
No, I
soon.
don't want the finishing touch. How about the let's continue touch?
Trix, your turn.
I'm gonna use a bonus action to hide, if that's possible.
Sure.
24.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try to attack again. Do you get advantage?
No.
No?
Nope. Your sneak attack viable, but you do not get advantage.
Okay. You rolled, that is a 15 plus 6. So 21 to hit.
That hits.
And I rolled a 1 on my die, so 6 damage.
Okay. And now it's its turn. Sildor, make me
Yeah.
2 con saves.
2. Damn it.
Yeah.
So, oh my god.
Oh.
6 and a 17.
All right. So you're not taking any heat damage, but you are paralyzed.
Amazing.
You both take 2 points of damage. The bulb is going to look towards. Who is it going to look towards? It's going to look towards the grouped up people near of Kira, Trix, and the fighter and the cleric. You guys, it's a plant type. Plant fae. It's an outsider. All right. The 2 of you stuck in mouth. Sildor and Mira, make me a con save as the bulb starts filling up with pollen.
Con save. 10.
Mira better roll high.
What the fuck?
Sildor, you are going to take 14 points of poison damage.
Ooh. Fuck.
And I think my Mira is away. So we'll wait for her roll. See what happens to her. In the meantime,
Is it level 1?
she's level 1. She is
Oh my god.
bad place.
Is it takes that? Oh my fucking god.
Sorry, I had
Alright.
to feed the dogs. Did I miss something?
Yes.
No worries. Yeah, no worries. You just need to make a con save and you'll be fine.
1?
I don't trust your voice. Like,
You really need to make the concept. Really, really need to make the concept.
15. Don't kill me off, please. Do not.
Ooh, I so want to.
I'm going to interrupt, and I am going to pass on my inspiration point so she can roll with advantage.
Oh, this is a good day. This is a good day. Okay.
So I can roll again for
Yeah, you
advantage?
can roll again with advantage.
That's 18 plus 3, 21.
You take 6 points of poison damage and go unconscious.
Well, that goes minus 5.
You're not dead, you're just unconscious.
Thank you.
You guys, Sildor, you notice the seed just growing inside of its mouth, like almost out of thin air. Like it was a small seed, and then it just grew, and this pollen just started filling up the bulb, and soon it spits it out, and Sildor and Mira slide out of its mouth and land on the ground below it. The seed just arcs towards the 4 people in the back, which is Trix, Kira, and the 2 adventurers. All of you need to make Constitution saving throws.
Does anything happen for Nas being spit out? Like,
you're still paralyzed in glue, but you are out of its mouth.
Great.
All of you take 15 points of poison damage. The dwarven adventurer. Oh, she's got to make another roll. She's actually she's living. She's living. She's barely alive.
Yeah, dwarf.
She just collapses on the ground, coughing up this yellow uck from into her face mask.
I think I'm a little bit sick.
The other adventurer who's carrying the crossbow, he's not looking too great himself. Sildor, it's your turn. You're in this you are just covered from head to toe in this glue. A thin membrane that's too hard for you to quite break out. It's quite too hard for you to break out. You can make a strength check if you want, Sildor.
A strength check?
Yeah, to break out from the membrane that's all over you because you're just a piece of spit.
I wonder what could go wrong with a strength check. 10.
Like you couldn't break out. You're trying to get out and just no.
You're like a fetus in a womb and you have to break out. But you're not in a womb. You're
That actually is a pretty good analogy. What's happening?
I have a question.
Sure.
Like, is this something like it's attached to me or something like cool? Like,
yes, it's like attached to you.
But if I use Misty Step, could I get out of it?
No, because you need probably a verbal or somatic component, and you can't move or speak.
Ah, fuck, it's true. I'm paralyzed. God damn it.
If it was a
Yeah.
material component only and you had your casting catalyst in your hand, I would say go for it, but it'd still follow you.
Yeah. I don't think that the spell even exists, and a spell with the only material thing.
They exist. It's just they're usually really awful. So I'm assuming that's your turn.
Yeah, I can't do anything else.
Mira, make me a death saving throw.
And
And for the love of God, don't roll a 1.
there's literally several spells that are only material.
How do I roll a death saving throw? Like D20?
Just a hard D20.
Okay.
What'd you get?
15.
That's one success.
Oh, awesome.
One step closer to being alive. Jebediah.
Why do you smile while saying that? I can hear you smile. This is really unsettling.
That is the only perk to be a DM, to kill characters.
Oh, that's not the
Okay, so I want to make sure that I've got this right in my head. Sildor and Mira are in front of this bulbous flytrap looking thing on the ground. The cleric, the dwarf, the human with the crossbow, Trix, and Kira with her panther are over by the shack area, and this giant flytrap thing spit a huge seed at them, and it exploded into a cloud of pollen.
Yes.
Okay. And Trix went down, and the cleric, the dwarf, the human with the crossbow, they're not looking very hot at all, correct?
Trix went down?
Yes, Trix is down. He just put it right there.
I didn't know that.
So we've got 3 people down.
PK.
Is Shrub Bob? Shrub Bob's right in front of this big bulbous plant thing, right?
Yes, I'm whacking away at it.
Okay, so I'd be able to take a shot with and get my sneak attack.
Yep.
All right, that's going to be a nat 20.
Ooh. Roll that critical damage.
So that's 2d6 for a total of 11, 12. That's going to be 15 points, and then the sneak attack damage will be another 3 points, so a total of 18 points of damage.
Ooh. That shot takes out a lot of the bulb that is around it, and the creature is pretty much almost falling over.
Okay. I'm going to close the distance. I'll move the full 30 feet so that I'm within 50 feet of this creature.
All right. The other
And that'll be
is
my
going
turn.
to take a shot, and he's going to hit the creature and deal 8 points of damage, which is enough to finish it off.
Oh my god, finally. I'm not saying that, of course, because I'm unconscious. Yeah.
The bulbous fly trap gets shot again, and the bulb is pretty much already leaning on the ground, and it just slumps over sideways. Glue just kind of falling out, just sliding out of its mouth.
Huzzah, hooray, and all that kind of stuff like that there.
Right, so Bob's going to run over to Myra then to try and stabilize her.
How are you going to stabilize her when she's trapped in a cocoon of glue?
Well, I'm going to start by taking out my small knife and getting the glue off.
Please do not stab me with a natural one. Please, I do not need that.
Make an attack roll.
Roll initiative, I guess. Fuck.
I would say it's more sleight of hand, personally.
Since Shrub Bob has moved over towards where the other two are encased in glue, Jebediah is going to go over to where he saw Trix fall, and he's going to try and stabilize him.
Yes, Trix, make a death saving throw. I'm just going to say that everyone who is conscious is going to intuitively move out of the pollen clouds.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Ooh, that's bad.
So that means Kira and the Panther move out of it, and the fighter and the dwarf. I'm actually going to ask this, Shrub Bob, where do you start?
Well, I probably going to be the wrong answer, but I'm thinking she's going to need to breathe, so I'm going to start at her mouth.
Okay. So I'm going to say make me a wood carving check.
Okay. What would that be?
I will say dexterity.
Oh, that's all right then. I actually didn't do too bad. I rolled a 19 plus 3, 21. No, 22.
Okay. Yeah, you managed to shave off the glue from her mouth and her nose without accidentally slicing something off.
Right. Well, I'm going to have to keep repeating the process until I've got her stabilized, I guess.
Okay. I won't have you roll after that. It will take you about a minute to get her free.
10 death saving throws.
Okay, so
Cancel. Does Sindor still can still he try to get out, or he's stuck
yeah,
there?
you can.
Understand why comes.
Yeah, you can try to break out.
Yay! Another check. 12.
No, that's not that. You feel it weakening, but it's still not enough.
Damn it.
So, William, or Jebediah, you notice that after the pollen cloud is dispersed, the three of them get out of there, and so does Cuddles. But Trick is still stuck in there. Like you see him vaguely, you see his outline, and he isn't moving. He's just face down.
As much information as has been seen by Jebediah, I don't believe that he would rush into a cloud that he knows could possibly kill somebody. He's going to try and skirt the cloud to see if he can't get to Trix without moving into it.
All right. You think it's possible, but you might have to stick your head in just for a little bit.
Jebediah would be willing to risk, a brief exposure in order to try and save Trix. But walking through it would be completely out of the question.
Roll me a con save with advantage.
Okay, that's an 18, and that's a 19. So, 19?
You take 3 points of poison damage, but it doesn't seem to be as harsh as what everyone else has been going through, and you pull them out easily.
Okay. All right, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to check to make sure that the area is safe. The area is safe. I'm going to point at the dwarven cleric, and I'm going to yell at her, "Get over here and help me." And I'm going to try to stabilize Trix, because
Okay.
I mean, I'm not a skilled medic, so I don't know if he's dead or not.
She takes off her stupid mask that she vomited in. She crawls over to you. She pulls out her holy symbol of Moradin, and she uses a cantrip on him. And Trix lives.
Yes.
He is stabilized, but he's not conscious.
Okay, I can heal with I can deal with stabilized. Jebediah is gonna pat the cleric on the shoulder and tell her good job. He lives because of you today.
She just gives you a very meek thumbs up. As you can tell, she's just wrenching.
Yeah, about to drop over. Okay. Jebediah is going to assess the situation, make sure that there's nothing else sneaking up on us, and then he's going to check the giant bulbous flytrap thing for loot.
Okay. So I will have Mira make me a death saving throw. But if she could just go out of her way and have her PM me it, that'd be great.
Being that I'm trying to stabilize her, does she not at least? Oh no, you don't get advantage on them.
8.
Is that what you rolled?
Yeah.
Okay. You finally manage to get most of the glue off of her, and she's hanging on. She's not looking too great in her current state.
Was it a fail or a save?
That's a fail.
Oh fuck.
So in order to die, you have to make 3 fails.
Oh. I'm going to attempt to stabilize her. Thank God.
Do you have a healing kit?
I do not. I just have to use my medicine check.
You don't have a healing potion.
Shrub Bob does not.
All right. Make your medicine check.
12.
Yeah. Mira, make me a death saving throw with advantage.
Here goes nothing.
Don't roll 2 ones.
3 and 5.
Oh.
I really do not want to die.
Do I get another check?
Sildor, try to break free.
God damn it.
Does that count as another fail?
It does, yes.
So 1 more fail. You're exhausted from trying your first 2 attempts from breaking out.
Right.
The other fighter is going to run over to Shrub Bob, and he says, "What the hell are you trying to do over here?"
I'm trying to bloody save a life, man. Somebody give me a hand.
He pushes you aside and he says, "Get out of here." And he pulls out his healing kit and starts using it on her.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to move over to Sildor. I'm going to try and cut him out next.
Just both of you make a strength check.
Me and him?
Yeah.
Yep, I got 16.
7.
All right.
It will be, if I'm allowed to add my athletics, it's 18. But if it's just strength, it's 16.
Yeah, you both are trying to pull on this tough glue, and you manage to pull it out easily enough for Sildor to break the rest of it off of himself. You're free.
Right. Sure, Bob's going to take stock of the situation. He's going to see that the dwarven cleric is looking exhausted. Trix is unconscious but stable. And the fighter is working on Myra. Going to suggest that Jebediah picks up Trix. He's going to suggest that Kira helps the dwarf lady walk. And he's going to suggest that he and the fighter, Sildor and the fighter pick up the little elf, Myra, until she's conscious, and then get the hell out of here.
Okay, that sounds like a plan. I got cut off a few minutes ago. My internet connection died. I'm not sure if you caught that I was looking for loot from the giant bulbous thing. And if there's nothing there, then...
You're pulling it back, looking at the insides of it, and you notice that one of the leaves on the inside is actually not the full size of the bulb, and when you pull it back, trying to avoid as much glue as you can, you do notice that there is actually some stuff in the back end there. You notice another symbol of the Unnamed Adventurers Guild, as well as just this decrepit corpse that is inside of it. There's leather armor in there, but it's unusable. There is a glue-covered sword, although despite what it did to the leather armor, this sword seems to be handling the difficulties of the acid very well. And
okay.
And there is a small satchel that is looking worse for wear, and you don't think it could be salvaged, but you do see some other things inside.
Okay, well, I'm going to take whatever's in the satchel. I'm going to take the sword, and I'm going to strap it to my hip. I'm going to take the medallion for the guild, and I'm going to salvage whatever I can from the plant itself. There's not really going to be a trophy here that I can collect, or that Jebediah would be able to collect to show his chieftain. So once he has collected everything that he can, he's going to put it in various pouches, backpack pockets, whatever. And he's going to walk over and he's going to pick Trix up and start hauling him wherever Shrub Bob tells him to go.
All right, so inside the satchel is 3 healing potions. There is a bag, a coin purse inside that 0. For now, at least. Inside of the coin purse is 300 gold, and you notice that there is a will that says that a person that by the name of Kevin is supposed to inherit his safe money, his bank account, if he dies. You can see inside that there's something called a DNR. You're not entirely sure what that is, since you're pretty new to the guild.
Okay. So there's the 3 healing pots, the 300 gold, a will, and a DNR.
Yeah, do not resurrect.
Okay, no problem. He's going to stuff that into his bag so that it's not, it's not going to be an issue. Let's see, Trix is down, and... Sorry, I don't have a list now. Do it now?
I'll post it.
Trix is down and Kira's down. Looking at chat bar while you've been doing that, Sildor's been cast a Tensor's floating disc. So we'll load the people up on there to make it easier to get everybody out.
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay. So the fighter, he says he can carry Mira. He seems to be bolstering significant amounts of strength. He says, "I'll help my dwarf friends and I'll carry her over my shoulder."
If you think you can manage it, that's fine. And then when everybody's ready, I lead them back towards the camp, taking whatever circuitous route that we have to take to avoid the various dangers we encountered on the way, and being extra alert on the way back because we had our ass handed to us on the way here.
I got to say, this experience has been highly disgusting. I'm glad we made it out alive, for the most part.
Okay, so that's the list. Oh, Tricks kind of fell off that list, but here you go.
Okay. All right,
So on your way
so
back,
yeah,
you
just
guys are just hearing wilderness noises. It wouldn't take any. It doesn't take a genius to know that the scent of blood and the injuries that you guys are sustained will attract natural predators. You guys get about halfway, and you notice some Jebediah. No, that I just put that up there so everyone could see who everyone's name is.
Oh, I was freaking out a bit.
You do notice some wolves coming around.
Oh my god!
Rip him. But the 3 senior members that went with you, they actually make an appearance, and the dwarf blows his war horn, and the wolves look at them as they came from pretty much out of nowhere, and they scatter to the winds as they realize they're now outnumbered.
Because, I did have a plan for this combat.
3 injured. Or three unconscious.
Two unconscious? Yeah, okay, 3 unconscious. Yeah. Pretty much everybody injured, except for myself. I don't think I took 3 points of damage. So yeah, everybody injured. Nobody's fresh. Yeah, my combat plan would have been run.
Bam. No, bitches. So, yeah, the 3 veterans come out and they scare them off. And the dwarf says, "Well, holy hell, it looks like you guys went through, well, hell and back."
Yep, Shrub Bob's going to walk over and he's going to hand the 2 crests for the Unnamed Adventurers Guild members that didn't make it. And he's basically just going to report what's happened. Just keep
he says, "Well, I won't be needing these. Yeah, you're basically a little dwarf, I'd say." And he gives you back the emblems for you to carry back. He says, "Don't worry, we got everything you need back at the camp. We'll take care of everyone. Don't you worry."
Right, without a word, Shrub Bob will follow them back to the camp.
Yeah, but I will do the same.
All right. Who's carrying Kira?
Kira's walking, isn't she?
I'm walking. I've still got it.
Okay.
Do you mean me?
No, I thought I heard that Kira went down. I'm like, what the hell? When did this happen? That's my bad. Just checking up on
you. I have to let tonight.
So you guys rest a very uncomfortable night as all you can really hear is the dwarf coughing up her guts. Next morning comes around. Mira, you come back with 1 health during the night, so you can meditate, and the senior elf heals you for 9 points
Oh,
additional.
sweet. Thank you.
Are we counting that as a long rest?
Yes, this will be a long rest anyways. So you guys finish in 8 hours of sleep. None of you are really feeling up to watch, but the seniors say they'll deal with it. When you guys wake up the next morning, they are definitely still having a good time. You have a scent of some special herbage. You can't place your tongue on the name, but they are having a good time.
Okay.
They seem also quite alert.
Well, let's take this party back to Illuma then, shall we, chaps? We've done what we came here to do. I think it's time we left this evil place.
The
Yeah.
half-orc looks over to you all and he says, well, get on aboard then. Pack up your shit and let's get out of here. And you
Did
all
the
get on to the
senior veterans pack up like all the other camp stuff too?
No, they left it to the other members to clean up their
Yeah,
own mess.
we just sort all that out as we're getting stuff into the back of the car. We'll take everything we can with us.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was going to ask. So that the guild's not losing any property or whatever.
The guild doesn't. Adventurer property is their own property.
Yeah, that's stuff we can sell.
Oh, okay, cool.
So you head back, and it's another 3 days. So it's been a total of a week. And you get back to Illumina, and it's definitely a very crowded and like very tough ride, as some of you are still kind of sore from the previous battles. You get to the Unnamed Adventurers Guild finally, and the seniors say that it's, yeah. So the Unnamed Adventure, the senior adventurers, they refuse the money. And they say let the money go to them. And the Pinkus refuses that claim because you guys get paid each, and they don't want to argue with them, so they take it. So the payment was, what was it, 75 gold each?
Yes.
Yeah, so
Silver.
you guys get 125 gold each for being able to save the 2 adventures. And you get 1 experience.
Silver go along
Just
the,
the one after all that.
along the street. Most likely he will have seen the sword, was it, that Jebedia got, and say, nice sword you got in there. Do you know what it is?
Jebediah is going to look at Cyril, and he's just going to shake his head no. Says, I found it in the plant. I think I'll keep it.
He will extend his hand forward. Give it to me for a minute and I will tell you.
Okay. So he'll hand the sword over kind of cautiously. But after all the crap that they've been through together, Jebediah is pretty sure that Cyril's not going to, try anything funky. So he'll hand the sword over to him.
I love how...
Cast invisibility and runs.
I actually have invisibility, but but I actually love how nobody trusts this character. I'm fucking nailing it.
Nailed it.
He will just try to identify it.
It's a +1 short sword.
He will do his casting, kind of nod, and hand it back to Jebediah and say, "Keep it. It will serve you well. Nothing special, but you will find out that it's going to be pretty effective and helpful."
Jebediah will nod at Cyril and thank you. And then he'll take his nice shiny new short sword and he'll replace one of his on the belt with his new short sword.
All right. The dwarf, after being able to finally recover, and the fighter that you now know is Kevin, he thanks you for coming out to save their lives.
Jebediah will nod and pat the dwarf on the shoulder and clap the human on his arm. No thanks needed. It is what warriors do. And then he'll walk away. He'll be looking for the little gnome, Pinkus.
The dwarf says, "And back at you too. You know, if you need someone to come with you, you know who to call."
Yeah, Jebediah will nod at and smile at the dwarf, in a friendly manner, and then we'll continue on to try and find the headmaster of the guild.
Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah, Pinkus is in his office.
Then Jebediah will knock on the door, and with respect, when he enters, he will lay the DNR and the will on his desk. These were found, unfortunately. The person was dead. I do not know what these mean, so I leave it to you.
He's looking it over and he says, "Oh, it was him. How unfortunate. He's pretty good at what he did." And he puts the contract over and he takes out the other scroll. And he's looking it over and he says, "Oh, how unfortunate." He puts the DNR to the side. And he says, "When you leave, do you want to send Kevin up here?"
I will do that. And then he'll just turn around and leave. He'll go find Kevin and tell him, "You need to go upstairs. The head chieftain needs to talk to you."
All right. Kevin nods and looks at the dwarf lady. And they are kind of wary about why they're wanted so soon. And he goes up there. Yeah. Oh, you two have a good night.
It's good playing with you guys again.
Yeah, I
Thank you.
actually want to take the opportunity to say to everybody, thanks Alice for playing. It's been a very entertaining, even if daily game. And thanks everyone. It's been great fun, and I will leave in two because I have to get up for work tomorrow.
Yeah, me too.
All right, you guys have a good night.
Good night.
Have a good night.
Thank you.
Good night.
All right.
Dude, you're
it's just
so
the two of you
evil.
left. Hey.
Nothing evil about it.
Yeah, right. Says you.
Yeah, it says me. There was nothing evil about it. We had plenty of opportunities every single time to run away, disengage, break, and leave.
I'm really happy because I had in total like three death save rolls. and I fucked 2 of them up. So that was pretty close. Holy shit!
And that's why you bring a handful of NPCs.
The DM that I usually game with around here, he has a saying, which is basically the table will roll what the table will roll. It's not the DM's not out to kill you. You tell him I'm going to do this, and he's going to roll what he hey, you're attacking this, it's attacking you. So it's kind of it's a little bit of luck, but it's also a lot natural selection. If your character does something stupid, it's probably going to get eaten.
I was just like trying to hide and be stealthy, and then I get eaten and be like I swim in acid and get paralyzed, and then I burn and I almost suffocate. That is not your
And this sounds like a
average
lot
death,
of things you could be saying in character.
huh? That's that's not your average torture. That is advanced torture.
Well, this is well, I would say this is advanced Dungeons and Dragons, but it's not. This is just Dungeons and Dragons. So, advanced torture would be you get kidnapped by drow, and your brain is slowly liquefied by illithids or something like that. This was just some very bad luck in some roles and some moves that just didn't pan out the way you thought they might.
Yeah, I really don't want to get a closer look into your brain, but yeah, that was really unlucky. I'm glad I survived. Thank you for that.
Yeah, we're I mean, like I may joke around about character death and all that kind of stuff, but I wouldn't want to lose any of my characters either. It would hurt. So yeah, I'm glad your character survived too.
It was like my first time playing
here and say that we're done here. So I will.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks everyone for watching.
All right.
Thanks everyone for playing.
Yeah, thanks for the game. It was awesome. We'll catch you guys next time.
Thank you for DMing. Yeah.